Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by the 1890 Initiative, live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. The three-legged stool is back together after
The stool.
1 day off yesterday.
The stool. It's funny you say that. I was thinking about you saying that. The stool.
I've never said it before.
No, you did. I don't think you have.
Whoa.
I know. It's bizarre.
Like Inception there a little bit there.
Look at your haircut. It looks really good.
I've got mixed reviews, though.
No.
A lot of
Who's
people.
giving you bad reviews?
Oh,
on
I've got some bad
Who?
reviews.
No, it's a good haircut. No. I'd be the first person that would enjoy making fun of you if there was something to do it, and it's not. So, I'd prefer if you had a bad haircut. That would crack me up.
That is that's summer right there.
I've been told it makes me look older, but two people.
Just the opposite.
I think you're younger.
Just the opposite. It's like very, very, very young.
Huh.
Vibrant. How nice is it right there that we're driving to work in the dark again?
Yeah,
You love it.
Bill's so happy.
Bill, it's only going to get better
I know.
for you.
1 minute a day. When I can drive to work and drive home from work in the dark, that's when things are coming together.
When I noticed the pendulum swinging back, Jake identified the day that it would start swinging back. And I felt
It's
so
Bill
good.
Busch Day.
Yep,
I felt so good for you.
June 21st is the
June 20
longest day. The 22nd is a good day for Bill. It means it's getting darker every
Start
day.
swinging back.
Bringing it in. This is awesome. Get rid of the sun.
What is wrong with you?
I've got to wait so late.
Get rid of the sun.
What is wrong with you?
Vitamin D. I'm a fan of vitamin D. I know it's good for you.
It is.
I get that.
But you're right. It's darker.
Yeah, I'm
It's gotta
enjoying
keep
it.
getting better.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's really tough on sugar. Because,
Why is that?
Well, the walk early in the morning. I'll get early when I
Okay.
get home. She's okay, but it's hot. And then you have to wait until the sun's down to about like 7 o'clock, 7:30 to go at night.
Really?
We do 2 a day.
Because of the heat.
It's just once the sun goes down a little bit, it's better. So once we get things dark about like 6 o'clock, then we're rolling.
But is she lethargic? Is she a little lethargic in the heat?
You know what? Nope. Through the ball tour last night, you could throw the ball until your arm fell off. Wouldn't care. Wouldn't care. Nope.
Tell you wrong.
And then she just runs in and lays on the air conditioning vent.
Hmm.
That's her relief.
Bullet swam for the first time this weekend.
Whoa.
And was wiped out yesterday. Just wiped out.
I would imagine for the first time ever. Yeah.
swam for the first
He should be
time.
wiped out then.
And was wiped out. So I was a little worried. I'll see how he is. Now, we're getting old now when we think about stuff.
We have me and Laura purchased a pool for Sugar. So Sugar has a little mini pool now, but she won't lay down in it. She just stands in it. It's very,
And that's a sight.
it's very concerning.
Come on, Sugar.
Come on, let's go. Let's make the move
Push her
here.
down. Do you try to push
No,
her?
I just kind of leave
Sit
her be.
down.
I just leave her, and then she'll put her ball in there, and the ball goes down to the bottom. She has to put her head completely submerged to get the ball
Okay,
out.
she does that.
So she does that.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, but she will not. No, she just stands in it.
Yeah.
Does she like
That's
move
it.
around? Does she walk around?
Walk
Just-
around a little
okay.
bit. Yeah, that's it. And then she takes
Sugar, what are you
off.
doing?
That's
Come on.
hilarious, by
She
the
will
way.
not lay down.
But she will submerge her head.
Yes,
That's
that's
good.
Yes.
To get the ball.
Yes.
It's important.
That's good.
I received a phone call yesterday morning about 10, 15 or so from Steve Sipple over here of On 3.
Bill, I mean, it wasn't. Bill always feels left out. It was because
I was left out. I've been.
I-
you even told me you're going to call. He goes. You even said, "Hey, I'll call you later and tell you what happened." Never.
I
got,
texted
never got a
him
phone
because
call.
it health
Shut up.
update.
Yeah.
I wanted a health update from you, and you called
Well,
me.
he was asking very specific questions, Bill.
I did, yeah. Very specific.
So I was like, I'm not going to text all this.
So you called me back, and what was the story on the food poisoning situation, Sip?
Well, it was
There's a
food
concern.
poisoning.
There is a concern.
There's a lot of concern breakers. Let
Yeah.
us know what happened.
They texted you, too.
I don't know. I mean, you never know what it is exactly.
Oh, I think you
Okay.
know. I think you know what it was.
I spoke in Wichita, so I want to clear the air on this.
All right.
It wasn't the place that I spoke. That was a beautiful place. And there were, 80 people. It was great. And there are a lot of breakers, by the way. We have Wichita
Wow.
breakers.
All right.
I know.
Shout
it's
out
amazing.
Wichita.
I'm always amazed. I don't know why. I shouldn't be at this point, but I'm just amazed by how many people come up and say, "Yeah, I listen to the show every day." I'm like, "Really? You listen to the show?" Yeah, and they can recite things that you say. They can recite things that you say. They really listen closely. So you got to. I'm just going to counsel you guys.
Got to be
something.
careful here, then.
Yeah, Jake, be careful what you say because they remember everything.
Now,
Bill, be careful.
Jake talked about this last weekend where numerous times, once again at a social event, people just walk by and go,
Right.
Did you
Stuff
get
like that.
Did you get any of those?
I didn't get any, but I got references like that I would consider obscure. Really, you remember that from 2 years ago? I mean, it's like 2 years ago. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, the
Wichita
was great, and thank you to those people. They're incredible people, and they're cleared. I talked to a couple of guys yesterday and said, no, nobody had any problems here. It was a taco bar. Here's the thing, though. It was a taco bar, and they had a margarita waiting for me, which was beautiful. Yes. It was a good margarita. But afterwards, I didn't want to go right back to my hotel room. It was like 8:00. So I stopped at a Mexican place just to have one taco.
One more taco.
And one bonus taco.
So you didn't get enough tacos at the taco bar. You thought, what would I else want? Maybe a taco. I mean,
I only had 2 tacos at the place, Bill. So it was just 2 and a margarita. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have one more taco.
That theme going.
I've never in my life thought I need one more taco. I've never had tacos and then stopped an hour later and got another taco.
You know what? I need another one. One final one.
One more taco.
Okay, press on.
One more margarita. And the place started the first part of, I'm not going to say the second part of it. It was Los. And I call it now Los of Life. Because I about lost my life. Now I noticed a problem. This is what I told Jake. My guess is, okay, everybody asked, well, what did you eat? Like Jake was asking, what did you eat?
He knows what he had.
I think this was it. They came out with a taco and I got shredded chicken like I always do. The shredded chicken was odd. And I just thought, oh, this must be just a way to do it. It looked like it was out of like a can of tuna and it was cold.
That's not normal.
You proceeded to eat this taco.
No, and I just thought, and it was pasty, it was kind of like paste. It wasn't shredded chicken like you'd think about it. It was like pasty, like it felt like
I'm so taken back right now that you always get the shredded chicken. A taco is beef. That's what a taco is. Yeah.
I usually get shredded chicken, but anyway. And I thought about it for a second, like this isn't, and then I just thought, in my mind, I just thought this just must be a delicacy or something.
You got the
cold chicken.
You got the albacore of chicken.
But I think if I was going to guess, it was either that or they intentionally poisoned me with their water because they kept coming back with water. I was like, I don't need any more water. and
you look dehydrated.
Yeah, and then a guy would come over with more water. And I'd be like, yeah, this is fine, but I don't really need it. Anyway, then the
trip home was rough.
Oh, Newton, Kansas, the poor lady at the Loves. I stopped at a Loves. And Bill, you're older. And you have moments like this where you're hurting. I mean, I was hurt. I thought I was going to, we always go to the extreme. I thought I was going to die no matter what. And I thought
ER, right?
Maybe I would die at this Loves because you get the body aches. You can barely get out of your truck. And I got some Pepto-Bismol and some pink Gatorade. I was just trying to hydrate. I got a big bottle of pink Gatorade. And I put the pink Gatorade and the Pepto-Bismol up on the counter, and the young girl working at the counter says, "Oh, it's a pink day." And I said, "Yeah, just plastic, please."
Just plastic.
You feel like you're gonna die, and she's like, "Oh, it's a pink day." Yeah. I always remember that girl. And then then I went and laid down in my truck, just survival. You're in survival mode, and I fell asleep for about an hour. Woke up and I thought I was out of the woods. Well, I thought for sure I was out of the woods, but I wasn't. For about an hour, I felt pretty good. You do weird things when you're sick like that. Like I was gnawing on some cheese, and drinking Gatorade. I just bought some Kraft singlets just because I thought I just got to eat something. And
You went and bought some some individual wrapped slices of cheese.
That was the one thing you wanted to eat.
That's the
I
one
was
thing you
hoping they were
wanted.
individual wrapped. They weren't. That was the problem. That's why I was sort of gnawing on it. They weren't individually wrapped.
A big block of cheese.
big
that
block
was.
of
A big
cheese.
block of cheese stacked together.
Yeah, and I
Imagine
thought
seeing that, Bill.
Yes.
yeah, then you just think this is if this is the way I'm going to go. Anyway, it took 7 hours to get home. It's 4 hours.
Which should be a 4-hour trip to
7 hours. Anyway, that's it.
And we got the text at 1:15 a.m. on
Yeah,
Monday
I thought I was
morning.
going to give it a go. Like I couldn't.
It was a long text. We appreciate the in-depth.
Yes.
In-depth.
I didn't get
text.
till the next morning. And then I'll be honest with you, I thought it was you just having a random text, so I didn't pay any attention to it until I got here.
Oh, Sip's not going to be here today.
You're like, what? You're like, Sip's not going to be like, what? And yeah, he sent a text last night. I go, yes, he did. He did.
kept you
I didn't read it.
I
Yes.
kept you apprised.
Yes, you
Well,
did.
we're glad you feel better today.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that anymore. It was
And
fun.
that's your tuna chicken, your cold tuna chicken, that you had didn't kill you.
Yeah, doesn't
Yeah,
sound
whatever
good.
that chicken was. I mean, I'm sort of mad at that place. I'm not going to name it. But I think that's what kind of chicken is that?
It
what
was
are you doing?
You ate something intentionally that was pasty and cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be shredded
Because
chicken.
you just left a taco bar and you needed a
another
bonus taco
I just didn't want
right
to.
when you left.
I just didn't want to go home. I was kind of a celebratory mode, and
Obviously, you crushed the Steve Sipple night in Wichita.
Was there a chance the taco bar was
Wasn't
still
that-
open at
Did
all?
they
at the other
chant your
place?
name?
there was no chanting. What's that?
Was there a chance
You
the
should
taco
go
bar
down there, by the way.
was the taco bar open when you left the place at all? Still,
They would have you down there. In a second.
Wichita.
In a
Yeah, I'd love
second.
to go to Wichita.
In a second.
that's where the
I-
portal.
Dale. I know he listens. Dale. Bill Busch.
The portal is in
The
Wichita.
portal's in Wichita.
The
Did you
portal.
guys
The portal.
talk
I
about-
don't think there's a lot. I was driving by and I thought of there wasn't a lot of portal activity. There was an aeronautics class, big aeronautics display, and then they had classes with it. And I think some of the kids maybe were doing that. There's a theme. We're flying out of here.
You're cracking yourself up.
Jake didn't
What
get
else
that.
is
Aeronautics.
Jake didn't get
I
that.
got
Look at Ben. Look at Ben.
Look at Ben.
Look at
Just
Ben.
sound asleep.
Look at Ben.
Sound
He's
asleep.
like, Sipple, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ben, do you know what goes on in Wichita? That's where the portal is. That's where the transfer portal
on,
people go.
on Facebook, Terrell Farley has chimed in. The black shirt Hall of Famer says
Hall
you
of Fame.
He says you have a baby stomach, Sip. Apparently,
Yeah.
baby stomach.
I don't think so.
Farley,
I
would you
think it's the
survive
opposite.
the tuna, the cold tuna chicken taco? Farley, let's see if you try that.
I think it's the opposite. I've eaten some crazy things and been fine. But
the Dodger dog got you in Oklahoma
the
City.
Dodger dog. That God, Jake, you're right.
Yeah.
Those are the two worst.
Zach Taylor was concerned about your well-being. Yeah, the
He pulled me
Zach
aside.
Taylor.
He pulled me aside. Hey, are you all right?
He said cold sweat in Oklahoma City.
I was drenched in sweat.
NFL head coach Zach Taylor was concerned about your well-being.
John Mabry's a breaker. My old boss.
Yeah.
And I told him I can't do it. I was covering Big 12 baseball. And I said, I can't do it. He goes, come on, Paps. You can do it. Come on. He called me Paps. Come on, Paps. You can do it. And I remember writing that column. And I was literally like every word hurt. Like it was like, oh. Yeah.
Well.
Those are the two instances pretty much. Bill's had it from a place, but
Dodger dog and Newton, Kansas for you.
It's always if you're just home, it's not a big deal. When I got it too, I was on the road recruiting.
Oh,
And it was just-
you were?
Oh yeah. it's
Where?
horrible.
Can you
What's
say
that?
where?
Yeah, I was in Arizona.
Where?
Arizona. I was in basically the place I was staying at was really more Scottsdale-ish type of
Did
area.
you have to stay there for a day or two?
I'd go to the hospital. I had to take the by ambulance.
Wow, that's right.
I had a
forgot- that's right.
combination of the
You
flu
went to
and
the ambulance.
oh yeah, true story. I threw up for 3 straight days.
Oh God.
They put 9 bags of fluid in me.
Oh God.
The best part is you throw up, then you kind
And
of
it
go.
was food poisoning.
Yes. Well, I had that and another sickness with it. They finally
Oh.
confirmed that I had influenza
Oh God.
A and food poisoning.
That's a
at the same
terrible
time.
combo.
But you kind of after you have your a little bout, you're kind of going like you have that sweat around the top of your forehead like that. And you're kind of going, all right, I think I might have come out of it. All of a sudden, you're sitting there 20 minutes later. And it's
Come on.
Come
on.
It's just like,
Just kidding.
it is just so horrible.
Funny.
It was just, and then you kind of regroup, like,
Yeah.
all right, that's probably it.
That's probably
I
it.
got,
Yeah.
got through it. It's terrible.
Wow, that's not
That's
good.
Anyway.
awful.
Yeah.
It's
not
awful. Yeah, I was
Anyway,
kind of
we're
like
back.
that.
Steve's here.
Yeah, we're glad that
Yeah,
you're
I
back.
feel
You
fine.
feel better
I feel
today.
fine.
I had a scary moment this morning. I
Yeah.
told this to Bill. I need
Freak me out.
if there are car experts listening, please help us out.
What did you do? You're looking at two of them.
464-5685. Really? You're a car expert?
Me and Bill.
I told Bill I came back from golf like completely sober. Didn't have any drink last night. I had lemonade and a water. Okay, so I know I had my windows up, the AC on, everything was up in my car when I went inside. I go to the garage this morning. Every window is all the way down, and the sunroof is open as well.
That would freak me out.
Bill says anything missing. He said I went through the whole car. There's nothing missing from the car. The change is where it was. I've got my sunglasses. There's nothing.
I missed something. When did it happen?
This morning. So I come back last night.
Okay,
and
parked it.
all in the. I know the windows.
And you were in the
all-
garage.
Yes,
Ooh.
parked in the garage.
Ooh.
Windows were all up. Sunroofs up. I never opened the sunroof of my car ever. This morning I get outside to the car. Windows are all down and the sunroof. Nothing's missing. Did I push something on my fob that did that possibly? Or
Okay.
why? What? How? What?
That's
Go
freaky.
through-
What could describe every window and the sunroof?
Was
being
your
open?
wife looking for something?
No, she was not.
What would make you hit the? I'm looking for something. I'll hit the sunroof quick. This should help me find it.
Unless there's just an all-encompassing.
Is there a button I must have pushed, or two buttons I push on the fob? Because I don't.
Yeah.
I have no
Oh, yeah.
reason. I didn't go out to the garage. I didn't sleepwalk at all. I don't think
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
one of those things.
That freaks me out.
I'm freaked out.
Jake, you should be freaked out.
Okay, Thunder Not Collins says, I know on Hondas the unlock button can roll down the windows once in a while. That's never if you hold it possibly.
Yeah, the sunroof thing's really the interesting part.
The sunroof
sunroof
was
is
open.
really
I
interesting.
never opened the sunroof. Like maybe twice a year tops. Tops.
Okay, wonder what's that? Well,
And I don't believe again. Nothing was missing from the car that I know of.
nothing.
Nothing. I checked. The other car was fine. Nothing in the garage appeared to be missing at all.
Whoa.
But David from Renew Your Auto, who would know,
Well, yeah,
from
come on.
Renew
What did
Your
he
Auto-
say?
David says when you hold the unlock button a long time, the windows will open up. Now I was going downstairs with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you might have done.
I
that.
might have just held the
Yeah.
fob,
Yeah.
but that scares the crap out of you.
Oh, sure.
You
it
get
does.
outside and all the windows are
Oh,
down.
no, that
plus
would
the,
freak me
plus
out.
the
Fob.
sunroof.
Yeah, that would freak
The
me
fob.
right out.
That's why I talked about this here before. Better times. You had two keys: square key, round key. Round key opened up the trunk.
Yeah, well,
Square key unlocked the door and started the car. That was it. There's no
Whoa.
fob, no anything. And the lock manually went up and down. Yeah, manually. went
address
up and
Troy
down.
Dannon.
Someone says, were you drinking last night? I said, no, I was not drinking.
No.
Someone says, someone's hacked your vehicle. Be careful driving now. I don't think it's that.
Oh, I think
insane
he's
now.
been hacked. He's been compromised.
What
Oh, yeah.
happened to him?
What's that?
He's been hacked.
Yes. What's that?
Oh God!
How do you
didn't
solve
it.
that? I've been hacked.
There it is. There it is. There it
We're
is.
waiting for that.
Could Applied Connective help me with my car
Yes.
problem? I
I
don't
bet
know if
they
they could.
Wow,
I bet
that
they
is
could.
crazy.
That's
Will.
what I have to say.
Come down to
I
Lincoln.
was a little concerned this morning.
Yeah.
East
Yeah.
Lincoln West says, if I have a Honda, you pushed and held the unlock button and on the fob,
I
and the
bet
windows went down. That
But-
freaks me out still.
Nobody's
Freaks me out.
addressed the sunroof. That's just
But
part
that's
of it.
probably part of it. I guess everything opened up there. So thank you for calming me down, Breakers. The unlock button held for too long.
Ben is here.
Young Ben's here.
Wake up, Ben.
He's here. Anything else? Idle Chit Chat, Bill? You got?
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
All
Let's
right.
talk some sports.
That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for all your lawn care needs. Was he in the garage this morning?
What's that? He was not, because it's hot in there.
Yeah.
It is.
Needs some AC.
Yeah. It's an oven in
too
there.
hot.
Yeah. Me and my wife actually worked in the garage last night to do some cleanup in the garage, because things have gotten a little hectic. There's been some moving and different things going on for family members. Some things have been stored there, and it's starting to freak me out a little bit. So we spent time.
It's getting cluttered.
Yeah, it gets cluttered. I don't do clutter well.
Mm.
I'm an anti-clutter. So we decluttered last night and
Good job.
got the garage back in shape.
Good job.
Nebraska received one heck of an accolade yesterday per ESPN.
Accolades.
Yeah, they're going ESPN. Bill Connolly was going through the 21st century's top 25 players
I'll be damned.
of the entire century. Players like Reggie Bush, Vince Young, great players in the early 2000s. Guess who is number one on the list of the best?
Well, I have
player.
a feeling.
You have a feeling it
Yes.
might be Nebraska related? You are correct. Ndamukong Suh, the best player in the 21st century per ESPN's Bill Connolly, and talking to some other people, that's what they combined to choose him. But that is quite the honor for Mr. Sue.
It really is. It really is.
Look at the people behind him. Baker Mayfield,
Well,
number
wait a second.
2.
Why is Baker number 2?
That's a little high for him.
Baker's number 2.
And Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake.
That one maybe,
Yeah, the one that really hit me was Baker's
that's
number
a little
2.
odd.
Anyway.
When Maggie and Perloff, were talking about this when I was driving in today.
Oh, Maggie and
And
Perloff.
they had
Before I was on the
the
show.
best one was they had a phone call, and they just busted up laughing. One guy called, and he goes, yeah, I don't know how mine got this isn't on there, but I'm going Colt McCoy.
I heard that too. I heard it. Like, they laughed at him.
They laughed at him.
They
Like,
said, they said
I
over
don't
Vince
think Colt
Young.
McCoy is gonna. I don't know, really good player, but I don't.
Well.
And she goes, you would take Colt McCoy over Vince Young?
Gave
Yes.
him crap.
Now he did
That's a
say
weird text.
that was a wild one.
That's a weird Texan.
I think what stands out to me is that it's the same thing. Mass kicks ass. It should be a defensive lineman should be in that position. They're so hard to find. We start naming skill.
Oh God.
There's so many people.
Yeah,
to
Baker's an
compare.
example. There's a bunch of quarterbacks you could put in there. By the way, there's 2 right after him, Cam Newton and Vince Young.
Probably should be above Baker Mayfield.
I mean, Leinertz would be in that group. I mean,
Who else?
There's everywhere.
Well,
But
Joe Burrow,
Burrow would be one.
who you recruited.
Yes.
Burrow was number 9, by the way, in this list. Joe Burrow. Number 9.
And probably if you went with just a 1 year, and even though he had 2 good years at LSU, if you said he had the best. If you just said the one best year, he had the one best year.
Yes, he did.
In the history of
Well,
college football.
did he throw 56
No, it was
touchdowns?
60. Was
60.
He threw 60 touchdowns.
60 touchdowns.
Oh,
in the SEC.
It's stupid.
Okay, back to the list. Yeah, I agree with Bill. And Jake, I don't think wasn't there another lineman in the top 10?
The top 10 was this: Ndamukong Suh 1, Baker Mayfield 2, Cam Newton 3,
Okay, I get that.
Vince Young 4,
I get that.
5 would be Ed Reed at Miami,
Definitely.
excellent
Yeah.
player. 6, Tim Tebow, Florida.
Okay,
Yeah,
definitely.
Tebow, absolutely.
7, Reggie Bush at USC.
100.
Seems kind of low for him, by the way.
It does.
Settle
7.
low. He was one of the most electric players I've ever seen play.
Should be ahead of Baker.
Here's some mass for you. Number 8, Bryant McKinney, tackle
Yep.
at Miami.
Yep.
Number 9, Joe Burrow. Number 10, Larry Fitzgerald at Pittsburgh.
That's a crazy good list.
Then
Baker doesn't belong number 2.
no,
That's
he does not. That's a mistake for them.
Somebody needs to do an investigation on that. I mean, just not a FBI, but just why Baker?
Terrell Suggs at Arizona State, number 11.
You'd say Mass. Yeah, you could say Mass.
Yes.
It's a mass there.
Yeah.
This one's mass
Mass,
for sure. Joe Thomas, Wisconsin, number 12, offensive tackle.
Incredible player.
Great NFL career too with the Browns. Joe
Hall of
Thomas.
Famer.
Khalil Mack, 13, linebacker
Yeah.
from Buffalo.
Okay.
Excellent
that?
player, still playing in the NFL, still doing very well with the Chargers. Number 14, Samass Aaron Donald at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's Mass.
That's mass. 15, David Pollock at Georgia, defensive end.
Wow, Pollock made it.
Deshaun Watson, 16 at Clemson. 17, Roy Williams, the safety at Oklahoma.
He was-
Roy Williams.
Wow. Yes.
Going back a ways now. That's early 2000s,
That is
right?
early. Yes.
There's several early 2000s.
Wait a
in
second.
this
That
list.
guy made it?
Yep.
Roy Williams.
Yes. 2001 Nagurski Trophy. Thorpe
Roy
Award.
Williams. That's going
back.
Yeah. Good name.
He topped Ed Reed to win the Nagurski in 2001.
Good God.
How about that for a pair of safeties?
Oh.
Not bad.
And then who's 20?
18 is Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
19, Devontae Smith.
Okay.
20, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Number 20, Lamar Jackson.
He was pretty
He
special.
was pretty good. 21, Justin Blackman, Oklahoma State. We saw him play
Wow.
Nebraska several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, the linebacker from Alabama,
Mhm.
number 22.
Interesting.
23, Teron Matthew of LSU, the Honey Badger.
Uh-huh.
Was incredible.
24, Julius Peppers, all the way down to number 24, high draft pick in
That's
North
amazing.
Carolina.
That's
NFL
amazing.
Hall of Famer, by the way.
I just wonder what the criteria was.
It shows their key accomplishments in terms of a big, a
key
big deal there.
accomplishments and awards, and
Sue.
the list of awards that Sue won
Oh.
is beyond ridiculous.
Sue was a pay to see guy. I mean, that I always say that Nebraska's got to get back to getting guys that are worth the price of admission by themselves. And Sue was that. It was fun watching Sue, and he's a
Absolutely.
lineman. How many linemen can you identify where you say, yeah, it's actually fun to watch him? Usually they just get lost in the wash, right? But not Sue. He didn't get lost. And the thing about Sue was he was violent. I mean, Sue was a violent player.
As they say in this article, his performance against Texas is one of the all-time great individual game efforts of all time. 4.5 sacks in that game.
He had
4.5 sacks in one game.
4.5 sacks as a defensive tackle.
in the Big 12 championship game. Colt McCoy, Bill hasn't heard my spiel on this. You know, it was in Jerry's world. They have that huge screen and the pixels are really good. That is what they are, Jake, pixels.
Yep.
And it's clear as day. Like it was, and that was back then. It was clear as day. Jerry Jones has got it going. And they would, I just watched the game on that because it wasn't one of those screens, Bill, where it's delayed a little bit. There's no delay. There's no delay at all. And I watched the game and they would show Colt McCoy right before snap, and you could literally see fear in his eyes. You could see he was scared. You could see fear. I know what fear looks like. He was scared. And that was Sue. Sue scared the hell out of him.
4.5 sacks.
Yeah, and you couldn't control him.
I wonder how many hurries.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, he was always back there.
Had to have a bunch of hurries.
And Sue's not like a nice guy on the field. So I'm sure, he snorts. And I mean, I don't know if he snorts, but he was Sue. He was rough to deal with.
Sue had 7 tackles for loss in that game himself. 4.5 sacks, 7 tackles for
7
loss.
for tackles lost.
In the championship
7
game.
TFLs is a good season for a lot of guys.
Season.
It is.
One game.
Oh, he had 7 TFLs this season. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nope,
He had it in one
game.
game. Yeah, he's freaking number 1 in that list.
Yeah.
All day.
He had 49.5 career tackles for loss, by the way, 24 career sacks, 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, and Ndamukong Suh at Nebraska.
Sue.
I got to admit, I'm a little surprised. Even in the honorable mention, they didn't. Johnny Manziel's not on there at all. I know his
Baker's on there.
His post career was not great, but in college football, Johnny Manziel was electric.
I don't know how he wouldn't be on that.
How?
We just what'd you do in college? Because
he captivated
because
us.
he was must see TV.
He was.
He was this must see TV as you can get.
How's he not on there?
He's not even in the plus 10. He's not in the top
No,
35. That's a mistake.
Well,
ESPN here.
unless was he just a 1-year guy?
No, he had a couple years.
No, he won the Heisman. He won the Heisman his junior year or sophomore year.
No, sophomore
and he came back a year after that. So no, he wasn't.
Okay, then why is he not on there?
And it was like he was must see TV.
He was for that year.
Johnny Football.
He's not.
Johnny Football was college football.
Yes.
I mean, that is odd.
When him and Mike Evans beat Alabama, that was awesome.
Yes.
2013, 2012, something like that.
Jake,
That was awesome.
That's odd.
He's not in their top 35.
That's odd.
Players just out: Trevor Lawrence at Clemson, Marcus Mariota, Christian McCaffrey.
Mariota
not in the
didn't
top
make
25. Robert Griffin III, Calvin Johnson at Georgia Tech, Michael Crabtree at Texas Tech. Not in the top 25.
Because McCaffrey, who won the Heisman that year? Obviously he could have easily won it. And if he's not on the West Coast, he probably does with his numbers and how he played that year. And so
forgetting who
to not be in it was but the lists are like that. People are going to get dropped off.
Oh yeah.
But all of a sudden, if someone has said, "Hey, give me," I'm going to give you a list of 100 players, and someone said, "Well, second, I'm definitely going Baker Mayfield." That'd be.
That's weird. That's weird.
He wouldn't be. I don't know if he makes the top 25. When I see those people that got left out,
he's dangerously close to 1.
Yeah.
And if he's 1, the list has no credibility. 2, it's questionable. I mean, I don't know.
The credibility hurts off of this.
It does.
It does.
Sip, you had a nickname for Baker Mayfield.
I'm not going to say it.
Why not?
Because it means
you said it on the air many times before.
I've changed since this incident in
the incident.
Kansas.
Let's call it the incident.
Okay.
You're
You've changed since this week, since Sunday. You're changed.
Day.
I'm a changed man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baker Dofield.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's somebody else's. I heard another radio guy say that. His numbers, he did have a 62% career completion percentage. That's good, right? It's not crazy.
I mean, it's not crazy. No.
TD. Okay, this is odd, guys. Get ready. Oh, this is NFL. I'm sorry. Scratch.
Here's his accolades. He was the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner, Maxwell Award, Walter Camp Award winner, Davey O'Brien Award winner, unanimous All-American, of course, first team All-American a couple times, and 14,000 plus passing yards, 131 touchdowns.
Okay, here's what it is.
When you hear his numbers now, that's pretty impressive.
131 touchdowns, also 21 rushing touchdowns, 1,080 yards.
It's pretty impressive. I wouldn't have him in a 2, but it's pretty impressive.
38-8. He was 38-8. That's pretty good as a record. Yeah. Okay.
But the lists always create right away. There's always pushback, but I don't know how you would push back on that. I really, really don't, because mass is so hard to find.
You've drilled that into my head.
It's so hard to find.
It's so true.
Let's start talking about. Let's talk about skilled wide receivers. You start going. Well, hang on. The list goes on and on and on and on
Ben,
for skilled wide receivers.
They're
Right, not when you talk about people that could do what Sue could do.
No.
They're not. No,
No.
they're not. They're not.
No,
Then-
no. Who was that LSU guy that Bo had?
Glenn Dorsey.
God, Jake. Jake is
Oh,
really.
Glenn Dorsey was awesome.
Yeah, he wasn't Sue, but he was good.
Like Gerald McCoy was great also.
Gerald
in Oklahoma,
McCoy was
same
good.
time
But
as
again, not
Ndamukong
Sue though.
No,
He was the same time as Sue, and it was very informative to me. Like I'd watch McCoy and go, "Oh God, he's not nearly as good as Sue."
but he was still damn
And
good.
McCoy
though.
was
Really
incredible.
He was really
Yeah.
good.
But he was not as good as Sue. And it was visible to a layman. No, he's not. He's not as good as
That
Sue.
was what was fun about Sue, is I was able to see it up close and personal. I was here on the staff that recruited him, and so had a chance.
That's
to be,
right.
to be around him.
And he didn't flash early, right?
No, didn't. I mean, he was a really good player, but no, he developed.
Yeah.
Obviously, and became an incredible player. John played him a lot. Blake played him a lot. It would have been the year we went to the Big 12 championship game, I believe it was
2006.
But anyway, John was
2006.
developing him, and then Bo has told me several times, and when he was like, even down at LSU, he'd be like, "Hey, thanks a lot for the guys that were on that team when I took over."
Oh yeah.
He goes, you
Seriously.
guys, he goes, there was dudes everywhere.
Yeah,
I said
they
there
had
was
tons
dudes
of 'em.
everywhere. Well,
They
the best player of the first quarter of the century was on the team, so that
That
helps you.
Number
you
one.
recruited.
Yeah.
You recruited Haig, right? Did you recruit Haig?
Yep.
You recruited Ama Kamara, right?
Correct.
Those are
Stool.
pretty damn good players. Yeah.
Stool. Haig and Ama
Oh.
Kamara were back there on the defensive secondary. Denard. Yeah,
Alfonso.
they had Denard and Ama Kamara at corner.
Pretty good. That was pretty.
Hagen's safe.
And Haig gets
No, he was more of a nickel.
Gomes.
Yeah.
Gomes.
Deshaun Gomes was very
had
good.
Deshaun
Yeah.
Gomes. Ben. That was another world.
It's a different picture than right now.
Yeah, that defense was
That was
another
awesome.
world.
That
It
was
was
awesome.
another world. It was another world. It was like we're not seeing that right now. It was serious. It was serious defense. Like
But God, like I said, it was and Sue was such a great person to be around. He was nasty on the field.
Nasty.
Really, really nice to be around. Did everything the right way.
Yep.
Was very, very.
and
very
who played next to him?
Crick.
Jared Crick.
He just
Crick
went to the
played
Hall of
next
Fame.
to him.
Played like 8 years in the NFL.
Crick was a dog too, Ben. I mean, God, they played next to each other.
Played many years in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jared Crick did. Broncos,
then who were the
Texans.
Did you have Barry Turner on the end? Was that
Barry
one?
Barry Turner, yeah.
Yeah, Barry Turner.
And then
was there.
who was the end? The other end.
Was I think Pierre Allen?
Pierre
was,
Allen.
Yellen.
That was right before Ankara, right? Ankara was after.
Yeah,
those guys?
Anchor's right after
right
those
after.
guys.
Will was there. Compton. Correct.
Compton
Will
was on that.
Compton.
Yeah. NFL guy for what? Would Will play 8-9 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
I mean, you forget about Gomes, but Gomes was really
Gomes was a
good.
stud.
Played
He
in the
was great.
NFL.
He did.
Yeah.
Imagine that. All of a sudden, what do you have on your team? Well, we got the best player in the first 25 years of the century, and then we have about another 8 NFL players.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that
Including
okay?
2 corners are freaks.
They were freaks.
Absolute freaks.
They were absolute freaks.
Yeah.
Both those guys are great. So congrats to Ndamukong Suh being number one on this list. Before we get to break, I got to assume, Sip, with your food poisoning, you're pretty hungry today because
What
Yep.
would he want to? Where would he want to go this morning?
you'd probably want to go to Early Bird, 19th and K.
The
for some
Bird.
hash holes.
Hash hole. Jake, tell Sip how you got the hash hole call during the pistol.
I was at the Pistol in Beatrice, and they would do a lot of hut, hut, hut.
Yeah.
That was common, but also I'd walk by hash holes.
He does it.
Hash
He does it incredible.
Yeah,
like I said,
It's like his signature
He's
now.
like he's in England and he's the
the police commissioner.
The commissioner. Yeah, got
That's
that.
right. Well,
It's like
early
somebody just robbed a bank in downtown Paris.
Hash hole, hash hole, hash hole.
Early Bird has breakfast, lunch, and brunch. Sip 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. every single day. French toast, breakfast burritos, chicken fried steak, smothered, and also again cinnamon roll pancakes, and of course the hash holes. Got to get those, and brunch cocktails, mimosas, Bloody
Oh,
Marys, whatever you want.
Sounds wonderful.
How about the fact also you can go in there like at 11:30 and still get breakfast?
That's
how about
amazing.
You do it at 2:30 if you
Yeah,
want to
do-
do
okay.
also.
It's nice
Or
to be able
two.
to get breakfast all the time.
And
That's
you-
a nice feeling.
I think the one thing we undersell is Jamie Burrow.
Hmm.
You might run into the middle linebacker who started for Nebraska in 2001 for the team that went to the Rose Bowl, led him in tackles.
He could be there. He could be there.
Jamie Burrow.
19th and K, also 3 locations in Omaha and in Iowa.
He'll be there.
Early Bird. The Early Bird gets the
Pancake
at Early Bird, 19th K, and also tons of free parking.
Free parking.
Free parking.
Costs nothing.
Big lot, 19th K. When we come back, strength of schedule for Nebraska compared to everybody else in the league is about what did you expect it to be? Where is that? Next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Becks Hybrids. Are you needing a new tractor or side-by-side to elevate your operation? Maybe a boat or a golf simulator when you want to relax a little bit. Becks Rewards program offers huge savings and interest-free financing on all these items and more. To learn more, go to BecksHybrids.com. And remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming at Becks Hybrids.
Well, I tell you what, the first thing that I was going to hit on this morning that we probably should all talk about, drought's back.
Drought's back.
I don't know. Boy, I tell you, we got some heat going right now, but you know who it doesn't affect?
Who?
Anybody who planted seed from Becks.
Why's that?
What's that? It's extra hydrated seed. So they don't have any, it's the hydration seed.
Been studying it.
Yeah,
again.
been studying it. Yes. So this doesn't phase them. They're
Extra
like, yeah, we'd love to have some rain, but really don't need it. Our corn's going to be just fine.
Extra hydrated seed.
Yes.
That is chemistry and science.
At its finest. So, and Sonny came up with that. Sonny goes, why do we develop a seed that if the growing conditions aren't very good, it still grows the same? And that's what he came up with.
Hydrated seed.
Yes, hydrated seed. The hydrator.
I
That's what they call Sonny when they see him. Here comes the hydrator.
There he is, the hydrator.
A lot of scientists involved in that. I saw the building. I wanted to call you.
You drove by, on your way back from Wichita. You drove right by Donor. Yeah.
Going to and coming back.
Yes. To and fro.
You didn't stop in?
And there it was.
Could have seen Trevor out
and there it was.
And there it was.
Becks.
It just stands out too.
It does.
It's
regal.
It's a regal building.
Beautiful building.
Yes, it is.
Right by itself.
Thank you for defeating the drought.
With hydrated seed.
That's right. Becks Hybrids.
All those conference calls that Bill is part of, it pays off. Hydrated seeds.
He has all the conference calls. That's what he does.
Yes.
Hey, this Bill Busch is joining us today. And there's
let's have Bill. Bill, are you there? Yeah, yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you.
Glad
Bill's
to be here. Glad to be here.
And there's some ladies they're looking at each other. Who's Bill Busch? Why is he on?
He's from the ticket. Talking about sports. Why is he on this?
Why is Bill Busch here?
Why is he on this? Why is he talking about seed and chemicals?
He enjoys it.
Why has he got that goofy shirt on? He's always got that orange shirt.
I go yellow too. Change it up. I was yellow yesterday.
Were you yellow yesterday?
I change up every day. Yeah.
By the way, we want to make sure we plug the practice for this weekend.
What practice?
If the
A big
Nebraska
one.
football practice. So fall camp begins tomorrow. There's a big to-do today with media.
Yeah,
What,
there's
10
a
to
to-do.
noon, right?
There's a
10 to
to-do.
noon.
Whoa. I didn't know about this.
There's a to-do.
To-do. Okay.
Round tables today.
Yeah, the coach is available and the coordinators are available. And then there's a bunch of players that are available in segments. So,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's a day.
But this weekend, you can watch with your own eyes. Nebraska in practice, Memorial Stadium, 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets at huskers.com/tickets. Proceeds go to $18.90 to help fund NIL for all these student athletes to get them to come here and keep them here in Nebraska. It's a fun chance to see Nebraska early in the season.
It's a great chance.
How do you get tickets, Jake?
Huskers.com/tickets, $25 a ticket. Please go support the team and go. That's a fun night in August.
Also with that, Jake, I believe I'm correct from Matt Davison that you cannot buy tickets day of.
I believe you're correct. It's
that's
got to be
right.
purchased
You're right.
before.
Yeah, so you
on
can't
the
walk.
website.
There's no
You're right.
ticket booth that's open. Hey, I decided late that I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's not available. And so
Get 'em now.
So get them now. Get them ready to go.
Huskers.com/tickets. By the way, from the text line, Jared from Ord chimes in. He says, I listen to you guys' show every day, but
Nice.
it's usually on the podcast. This one's for Bill, though, because I'm listening today live as we're heading to Canada, and I'll find a flag and send a picture later.
Appreciate that.
Don't
Canadian
smile.
flag.
Yeah, don't smile.
No smile.
Have an orange shirt on.
It's one of the funniest
And an
pictures I've
Oilers
ever
hat.
seen.
And an Oilers hat.
It's absolutely one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen. Bill standing roadside,
Flag.
holding a flag with no smile, and the same clothes he had on the day before.
You text me at some point in time. We have to change clothes.
That was great. That was a great text, Ben. It was a great text.
Yes, that was in Sprague.
Sprague,
That was
Sprague, Canada.
Sprague, Canada. Yes.
What a spot.
You're very
Yes.
serious. I appreciate that.
And the at customs when we went through the Canadian customs guy was very serious.
You passed customs.
Me and Duke tried to joke around with him a little bit. He's like was not having it whatsoever. Just had that look.
Dumb Americans.
Oh yeah, just like had that look on his face.
You tried to joke.
Oh, I did.
Just don't look in this compartment.
I had several things funny to say.
You're not going to look under the.
Yeah.
You're not going to look under the mats, are you?
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
But yeah, so he didn't think we were very funny.
Oh,
The
no.
first time I said we left her, he didn't think a lot.
Probably
of it.
hears it all.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of jokes for him.
Probably does.
That's the way he does.
Yes.
We know Nebraska's schedule does not look very tough on
No, we
paper. We do that. CBS Sports went through the different teams or schedules, and Nebraska, per CBS Sports, has the third easiest schedule in the conference, just ahead, I guess, of Rutgers in Indiana, who have
Man.
easier schedules than Nebraska. It says for the Huskers, and here it says, this is roughly the 100th straight year in which we wonder if Nebraska is back. And the schedule only adds fuel to the fire. The Huskers have a road game against Ohio State, but avoid Oregon, Michigan, and Penn State. 5 of the first 6 games are at home. And before the Ohio State game, the toughest opponent is either Colorado, Illinois, Purdue, Rutgers, or Indiana. Things do get more difficult late with finish with UCLA, USC, Wisconsin, and at Iowa on Black Friday. All things that we are aware of, but it's nice to see that they also agree this schedule is nothing that's overly intimidating this season.
No, it's not.
Roy Philpott
was
on the radio. I listened to him.
Roy Philpott
was
Good
on
name.
the other day. He was subbing for Childers, and he went through the schedule. And him and Neuheisel, and he was like, "This is 100% chance that Nebraska will be 7-0."
100%.
He needs to not say so.
That's what I'm just going to what Philpott said. Philpott said,
Philpott.
"How do you not see it?" He goes, "How do you not?" He goes, "Let's go through it."
Come on,
And so I'm just telling you what Philpott. I'm reporting. Don't kill
No,
the
you're
messenger.
fine. You and we can kill each other sometimes. It's not a bad thing. But Philpott, come on. I mean, come on. Hey, yeah. But at Rutgers, I did see a guy yesterday say Rutgers one of the 3 teams to watch this year that could win 10. Rutgers.
They're a solid team, very well coached. You can't tell me that this is just a random selection of teams.
What do you mean?
For their schedule?
Why?
Because there's nobody's been beat up worse than Rutgers and Indiana on the east side, having to play Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan every year.
Rutgers doesn't play any of those this
They
year.
don't play any of them.
They avoid the top 4 teams.
So my point of it is they helped them out. There was an olive branch sent there to them in Indiana. It's like, hey, listen, you guys have
paid the price.
we have put you guys through pure torture for the last
I agree.
20 years, and we're not going to do that to you this year. We're not going to make you. Just think, like I said, everybody you talk to with the pundits when are listening to some of the Big Ten pundit yesterday,
Can I do this?
and they said, what do you see as the biggest difference? He said, it's real simple. He said, he talked about the divisions. He said, he goes, everyone who was on the West took a kick right in the gut.
Mhm.
He said, and everyone on the East, it got better for them.
They can breathe.
Yes.
You know, a low-key good game to watch to see if Rutgers is real. You know, a low-key game that you guys should be watching on September 21, Bill, in particular.
I will. What is it?
Rutgers at Virginia Tech.
Yes, that'll be a good game.
Virginia Tech is another team that a lot of people think are like a 10-win, 11-win team.
Wow.
Brent Pry is their head coach. Returning quarter, they got a lot. It's a good running team. They'll hammer it at you. Let's see what that looks like. We'll see if Rutgers is real on that day.
Agreed.
September 21 at Virginia Tech. Are they real? Now, if Virginia Tech beats them 31-7, no, they're not real.
No.
I mean, let's see. I want to see Rutgers go out there and push them.
But that's like I said. When they were talking about schedules, that was the thing that came up the most was the divisions.
Sure,
because they talked about they mentioned that they in general they said Iowa, Wisconsin in the West, and they went from being 1 1A, 1B, whatever, to get into the Big Ten championship game to be in 8th or 9th.
Yeah, maybe Iowa a little higher.
Maybe a
Iowa
little higher.
Five.
But that's just what they said.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really push back on it too much.
No.
But all of a sudden, you're like I said, there's a lot of difference.
You can't
when you started the season off last year and you were Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
You're like going or Wisconsin, you're like going, we can win this thing. Nebraska was alive until what, halftime or before their
November,
right before their kickoff against Wisconsin. They were still alive.
They were alive.
They were still alive.
Still
for the
tied
division.
for it. I mean, not like, it's way out there. It's like, no, that's it.
No. So no, you're right. The divisions change everything.
Somehow they put Indiana as the easiest, even though they faced Michigan and Ohio State back-to-back weeks in November, and Rutgers avoids all those top 4 teams. I'm not sure
that doesn't add up to me.
I don't get that. Indiana plays in November, back-to-back weeks, Michigan, Ohio State. Rutgers avoids all of Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and Oregon.
That's insane.
I'm not sure why that's not the easiest schedule versus Indiana.
That makes no sense. Because those are games. Those 2 games you just talked about, especially Ohio State, that's where one game can lose you 3 games. That's
100. Nebraska's got to guard against that against Ohio State.
Those are tough games.
They got to guard against that. Ohio State can definitely whip you twice. Rutgers schedule league: Washington at Nebraska, Wisconsin, UCLA. Wow, at USC. Minnesota, at Maryland, Illinois, at Michigan State. That's incredible.
That is very manageable for Rutgers. Absolutely.
I mean, it's not easy. But there's no schedules that are real easy.
I like that schedule for them
comparatively.
What they do. When we come back, song of the day and Bill's throws Bugaboo Tuesday. What's bothering Bill?
Something's bothering me today.
Next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here, for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relief. The team at the body shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Is it time to replace your AC? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $25.60 per hour, which grows to $30.12 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $34.51 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacations for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, it's all.
Maybe somewhere down the road.
Once again, your song of the day from 1988, End of the Line by the Traveling Wilburys, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Gonna play the whole thing.
I tell you one thing. Heyman, did you hear that? He played the
30,
entire. Heyman, no, it wasn't.
He came back a third time.
I've done a couple songs and I've got nowhere close to that play. Nothing. Nowhere
You
close.
did 3 encores on that one.
I did.
Not true.
Nice job.
It's okay.
It's all right.
We know your thoughts on the
What?
handle with care by the Traveling Wilburys. You don't like that one. I assume you like this one maybe a little better than that.
A lot
song.
of Petty in that.
There was a lot of Tom Petty.
A lot of Petty,
Bob
which
Dylan,
I like.
Jeff Lynne, George Harrison, Roy Orbison. There's your Traveling Wilburys.
He likes them.
Yes. Roy Orbison got himself into the Wilburys, and that is incredible.
Oh, come on.
His voice doesn't quite fit there, but I like
No, but
I love
just the fact, who should we get together? I don't know. Where's Orbison? Where's Roy at? We found Roy. I think he's free because he's not doing a lot right now. It's like, name the people again.
Yeah, name them again.
Okay, it's Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Jeff Lynne, George Harrison, and Roy Orbison.
Interesting.
Interesting, like that. If we need a fifth, I don't know. I'll call Orbison. I saw him last night. He was down at the Legion Club.
All right. Snappy. It was. I don't mind that song. Corey. Has Corey been with us?
Yeah, he has. Let me see if you rated this one.
Well, I want Corey because he always knows if it's a repeat. I swear to God, that's a repeat.
Well, I have played Trap Handle with care for sure. You hate that song.
This
you
was
loathe that one.
Oh, I do. I can't stand it. Oh, this is better. Snappy, a lot of Petty. So it gets a 7. 7 1
Okay.
2 3 5. 7 1 2 3 5. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like the
Snappy.
I talked to. In my mind was like it's an energetic background noise. That's why it's good. It's like if you're at a cocktail party or something that's kind of playing in the background a little bit like that. You're kind of going, you like it. It's got a little bit of something to it. I like when Petty jumps in there. Solid. It's a 6-2-2-4.
I'll take that.
6-2-2-4. Not going crazy. Probably leave it on. Not turning it up.
No.
Okay.
Walk up.
What's that? Walk up. If you're expecting kind of a yawner of a night, yeah. That's not walk up.
Corey,
that's
has
not
played it
Travis.
We got to
Tritt.
guess Ben's score.
Yeah, Ben,
young Ben.
Had to make it. Ben likes feel good stuff, and I had to feel good. I'm gonna say 7-2.
I was going to go 6.5 for
Right,
young Ben.
in between there.
5.7. We're both
5.7.
too high in young Ben.
Ben seems bored today. Is there anything we can do to liven up your day?
Start
he's
yelling,
like-
Ben.
Sipple's back from a near-death experience, and Ben doesn't care.
Yeah, no kidding.
Although Ben did just reel off a bunch of GM stuff to us about the NFL. Quarterbacks, and he went through it in great detail. So if there's anyone out there that needs a GM, if any of the NFL teams are listening, get a hold of Ben.
Young Ben. He's available.
been studying.
He
Ben's
understands
available.
the cap structure.
Yes.
And
He wants me to talk about Tua. I haven't done it yet.
Tua got paid.
He got paid.
Yes.
Tua got paid not as much as Jordan Love.
Didn't really like. He went to practice yesterday, took the microphone and said, "Show me the money."
yeah,
I said,
that was-
"It's a bad look, sir.
That's a good
It's
look.
a bad look,
Yeah,
sir.
I
Just
heard
go
he
play
did
ball,
that.
man.
He
Come
said
on."
He did
He
that.
said that?
Yes, he took the microphone at the practice and he did the Jerry Maguire, "Show me the
He
money."
did.
I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah, he's all the fans that were
That's
there.
a great sign for this upcoming year. It's all about the money, not about the team. Come on, Tua. I hated that video.
I know.
Hated it.
Yeah, a lot of
Repulsive.
people were commentating.
I
on
don't
it.
think that would get a lot of like, oh, it was awesome. Yeah, that would.
The
be
fans seemed confused, as did the players that were on the field with him.
Yeah.
I thought it was
He's
very
awkward.
he is awkward. He is an
Tua's-
awkward dude.
Tua's awkward.
He is 100% awkward.
Yeah, he is.
But
So, as someone who's awkward, I can identify awkward. He's awkward.
one of us.
Yeah.
No, you would never do that in a million.
No, I would
years.
not do that.
No, awkward. Yes, I'm awkward too. I'm very awkward.
I don't know if you're
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah. A handful. Yeah.
Definitely a handful.
Some quick ratings before Bill's Thrills.
You're incredulous, really.
That's what Gigi says all the time. You're a handful.
Bill and Bennett, a 6.25. Rod, a 9. Who in the club? Bert, 9!
Oh, God. He gave it a
9 from Bird.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. Whoa.
I've never seen a 9 from
This
Bird
is somebody
before.
who has Bird's phone. Who has
Who
Bird's
stole
phone?
Bird's phone?
Is he related to Jeff Lynn?
I don't even know who Jeff Lynn
Are you
is.
Orbison's
Yellow.
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 Oh, the
Pizza
Electric Light Orchestra.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right. Very good.
Him and Orbison somehow made the cut, and they got just going, "This is incredible. We're even here." I think they're just walking by the studio.
on.
Just all of a sudden they're in there by themselves doing
That's
something
Orbison
else.
over there.
Oh, there's Orbison.
No, you're not
Who's he
giving-
with? ELO.
No, you're not giving Orbison enough credit. Come on. Orbison's a legend.
Oh, I'm a fan of Orbison, but just it doesn't really think that's a must grab. Where Petty's like, you got to get Orbison, or I'm not doing it.
I think you're
I
right.
don't see it.
If it's not Orbison, I'm out. Giltner at 8.9. Kyle and Hooper, 7.1. Getting better this week, Jake.
Where's
After-
Corey?
I don't see Corey yet. Jennifer, 5'9", low for her. Hubby, 6.6.
Ooh, low in the house.
Someone says, Jake, you hit it out of the park this morning, 9.6.
No, you didn't hit it out of the
Brandon,
park.
That's not true.
Fly ball to center. I mean, it was fine.
9 from Isaac. Kiffin in Columbus, 8.4. Chet in Nebraska City says that
Chet.
is a 2.1.
Thanks,
on
Chet.
that one. Sanderson says 4.8. Brad and Baldwin, 7.
Brad and
I
Sandy.
still don't
Yeah.
see Corey today. I don't see Corey on
Where's
there.
Corey? Where are you,
Are
Corey?
you doing anything from YouTube?
Oh, YouTube. There you go. Good call, Bill. Okay. Stevens, 8.2. Kobe, 1.0. Bolt, 8.44.
Bolt.
Troy says a 7. And that's it from YouTube on Song of the Day. Not, and Conservative says, I'm not turning that song off. 8.4.
Okay, I'm good. Well, you didn't have to because Jake played the whole thing.
I did play the whole, pretty much the whole thing. That's fine.
Heyman, are you aware of that? Jake's playing his song.
Heyman is with us.
And
He's listening this morning.
He cuts you off like at 40 seconds.
That's not true. Not true.
Was
Okay.
Heyman with us last week?
He was not. We were in Indianapolis. He's had 2 weeks off. He's back this Thursday. I got the song already. So it is time for a Tuesday edition of Bill's Thrills Bugaboo Tuesday. Let's fire it up.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
we
Is it gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation for your financial needs. Bill, it's a Bugaboo Tuesday. What is going on today?
Well, so simple. I've listened to all of the media days. I listened to a lot of media day
That's a lot.
information.
Listen
a
to
lot
coaches?
a lot of media, a lot of coaches, a lot of information like that. Here's what's bothering me. Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, no Harbaugh bothers me. It's been this crushes me. Nothing bothers me. He was incredible to listen to. He had more interesting takes. His team played like you'd like to watch a team play.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
You watch a team play. So,
Thank you.
hey, let's go fast. Let's do this. How about if we line up with some running backs and 2 or 3 tight ends?
And how about something near and dear to your heart?
Yeah.
Special teams.
Special teams.
How good were they?
Really good. Really good.
Always.
Everything about him, but you just miss him. There's no one. There's no must see. There was no when Saban's a must see because of his knowledge.
Is there anybody?
And there's, right
Is
now,
there anybody?
They talked about who's going to take his place. Will it be Kirby? Will it be whoever it is? Who's going to take?
Is there
place
anybody
in the Big
must
Ten?
see?
I don't know who it is.
You know who else
who-
we're missing?
What's that?
Leach.
Leach.
Mike Leach.
Yeah, we talked about Leach yesterday.
Yeah. No
And-
Leach,
yeah,
no Harbaugh.
And so with no Harbaugh,
No
it
charisma.
it just bothers me because he was the number of things that we brought up on this show, and you were just like, that was. He missed half the games last year and won a national championship. He was suspended
For 6
somehow.
And he acted like nothing was happening.
Nothing, acted like nothing was happening. Didn't even phase him. Not one bit. Not one bit. Didn't nothing phased him. Now he's off, and then it's not the same. So, well, it's fine. He's in the NFL
Who
now.
else, Bill? Who else can do this?
Right now, it's nobody.
Is it nobody?
He talked about that his idea of his idea of nutrition was a steak and whole milk. Like that. He's upset that people don't mow their own yard.
That's
he mows
right.
his own yard.
Yep, he did say that.
Yeah, I know. What did he do for illness? Eat an apple.
Eat an apple.
Do push-ups.
Do push-ups.
Hey, wait a second. Is there nobody?
No, there's nobody. There's nobody that was as interesting. If
What about in the ACC?
If he was taken, no, you have Dabo there. You have people there, but they're not.
Matt
not
Brown,
no, they're not Harbaugh. There's only
Dave Dorn?
he was the last must-see.
Dave
TV.
Dorn, yeah, well, it's really
And
exciting.
I just miss him.
Lance.
I just
Lance.
miss him.
Pick it up.
I just miss him. I just miss Harbaugh.
Well, you missed it, and you raised a great point. Who are the characters out there now?
Ryan Day is just a dude.
No.
He's not a character at all.
He's a great coach.
Yes.
He's a great coach, but he's not funny at the podium. Who is it? Kirby's really not.
Lane Kiffin could be.
There
funny.
it is.
Lane would
could
be one.
funny.
Lane would be one, but Lane is also known for being Twitter funny, not so much podium funny.
And he's dry.
He's very dry.
He's very dry.
Keeps
So he
him-
doesn't, even some people don't even know when he's joking around because he's so dry.
We do have Mike Gundy, who said he's
Gundy helps.
Gundy, I would
Trump
say
tried
this.
about 1,000.
It's not Harbaugh, but
He's not hard, but
and
he's
it's
a
not
must.
Leach.
But he's a must see. Gundy's a must see.
Hey, Jake,
times.
Yes.
Jake, Gundy helps.
Yes.
Gundy'd be great at it with the 3-legged stool.
He'd
Ooh,
be-
God.
We'd have fun
Ooh,
having him
good
on
God.
the show. It'd be
God.
incredible. Just seeing that hair sitting right next to us
Every day.
every day. That'd be a 4-legged stool.
Oh God, we
Gundy.
could if there was one coach that we would add, there's only one. It'd be Gundy. That's it. There's only one.
And then Huey Lewis, of course, with the news for singer.
Maybe.
Yes.
Huey and Mike Gundy. Come on. It's our guys.
No, I'm taking Gundy way ahead of Huey Lewis.
Yes. Yes.
I thought we liked Huey.
Way ahead of
We
Huey.
like Huey on the show.
I do.
I
There's a
kept-
lot of guys
No,
I
no,
like,
it's fine.
but Gundy
It's
would
fine.
fit.
Gundy'd be
I
great.
just kept as I'm going through and listening to that. So I'd be doing things, and I just constantly be listening to the Channel 84, and it was they did all the interviews. You could hear basically everyone, and then they talked to them. They got each person almost separately for like 10 or 15 minutes. So I'd listen to all of them. I'm just like, there's no Harbaugh. There's nothing here that even compares. I miss him. And in the NFL, it's not the same. It's like, well, just listen to him in the NFL. No, it's not the same.
I mean, it's hard to find Harbaugh. That's
Yeah.
the moral of this story. He's so unique. He's unique. He's the essence of unique. And so is Leach.
Wore khakis every day.
Yeah, we're missing that now. We're missing the essence of unique with those two guys.
Saban was unique.
Mhm.
He
Saban was. Switzer was.
Yes.
Switzer was very unique. He was entertaining in his own, but they were very authentic. That's why we love them. There's not a lot of that out there. What about Holgerson?
Well, he's not even coaching anymore.
Right. When he was,
That's a
you know what?
stretch.
They're saying he's going to TCU to help them.
It would be not a head coach, though.
No.
Not going to talk.
No.
The podium.
I think he'd be an analyst.
So that bothers me. Anything
I
from the
get-
text line, Jake?
Text line 464-5685. Someone says Urban Meyer. He's not really
No.
not really flavorful.
Absolutely not.
No,
No, Urban's
disagree.
great. I mean,
Great,
he's
yeah.
great, but no.
And some people fight really hard to not be entertaining. To not be just keep it very neutral.
Isn't there anybody in like a Mountain West or the Sun Belt? There's probably is somebody, we just don't know him.
In the probably the most interesting person to listen to in the SEC now is Drinkowitz. He probably has some of the most interesting takes.
Yeah.
And different things. He's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, okay.
Wink and Casey reminds us of the recent post from like last year. Harbaugh said that chicken is a nervous bird. Remember that? I mean, he doesn't eat it because it's a nervous bird.
Doesn't eat it because it's a nervous bird. Things like that are just incredible. He has so many.
Right. I mean, he's
If you
not
just-
wrong.
If you go back today and just Google them, you'll hear about 20 of them. You just go, wow, that's really good.
Chickens are a nervous bird. Just watch them.
Just watch them.
Someone, what about possibly Kurt Signetti, Mr. Google Me in
Yeah.
Indiana?
I
Like,
enjoy
Indiana's
him.
just not
He
a-
doesn't have the clout.
The clout right now. But when he said that one line though, I win. Google me. That was incredible.
Pretty good.
PJ,
But now he's different than Harbaugh because Harbaugh would never say anything
No.
like that.
No.
He wouldn't. Harbaugh's not that guy.
PJ Flex got a little.
No.
He's got something.
Yeah.
More
no.
than a lot, but he's
Nah,
not. He's,
no.
I mean, he's not the level we're talking about here.
No, he's 7 notches down. No.
Dion, no,
No. Good God.
Just
he's
reading what the text line is saying.
Harbaugh's not repulsive.
The
Harbaugh did say that it was like being born again when he went to the
it's
NFL.
Fine. It's fine. Okay.
It's all right.
Sometimes I say things that are a little questionable.
See the way it bothers me.
Yeah, it should bother you.
We missed the
Leach and
the funny
Harbaugh.
coaches.
Well, funny. It's not so much just funny.
Not
either.
funny.
Well, Mike Leach was funny though.
Yeah, Leach was funny.
But it's more than that. They had something. They had a lot of substance.
A lot of substance.
Harbaugh was funny.
They
Also,
backed
It
up.
wasn't just he was a comedian.
I understand that charisma and his humor.
He was just
He was
interesting.
smart.
He was interesting.
Yeah. Not just a clown.
No,
Jake,
he's not
I
a clown.
don't want to portray these guys as clowns. They're not.
I didn't say they were clowns.
You know
I
who's
enjoyed
good?
them.
You know who's a character? Is Bo. Bo was a character.
I bet he was really good.
He was a character. Bo was a character. We had one here for a while. He was kind of funny. You know, he's fun to deal with in his own crazy way, you know. I mean, you never knew he was going to pop off.
And
at
never
you.
and never did Leach or Harbaugh draw attention to themselves. They were never trying to draw
No.
I'm going to do this.
Nope.
We've done this like that. Everything.
they're
was-
not
It
that
was always
way.
the team.
And very authentic.
Yes.
That you knew they were real. That's why you like them.
Yep.
That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors Hour 2. Next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Markets.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 one-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Vershawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relief. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Hey guys, it's Bill Busch. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get?
Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And what is going on today in Creighton at Midwest Bank, Bill?
Well, 'tis the season. Training camps have started. So Steve started this, a couple years ago when Midwest Bank's in charge like that. But Steve is the commissioner. He's the Goodell of the Northeast Nebraska Bankers Flag Football League.
Okay.
So they have a Northeast Bankers Flag. So all the local banks from all the small towns are there. So Winnetoon, Brunswick, all the towns.
Winnetoon, Brunswick,
Plainview. Everyone has a bank. All these small towns, they all have a bank, and they put together a co-ed flag football team. And Schindler's the commissioner. So today's the draft. Today's the draft because they can draft some outside sources like that. So you can, so not everyone has to be from your
sources.
So you get to have like, you get a franchise tag so many.
Oh.
And then after that, you can take, so Schindler can take someone from Pierce if he needs to on his team.
He scouts it out.
And he's the commissioner. He runs it. So everyone's on it. They're not all there, but they're on a conference called Zoom. And they're on a conference called,
play?
What's that? He plays some. He all-time quarterback. All-time QB.
Pocket guy.
Big, kind of a Roethlisberger type of guy. Kind of stout in the pocket. Hard to get him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Shindy's outspoken. So he's running that today.
Shindy.
So today's the draft. So everyone had to turn in this morning by 8:44. They had to turn in who they were franchise tagging. And after that, then he puts together the list of then who's available to be drafted. That has to cross over.
So what's the scene?
What's that?
In the bank? Is it like a war room?
It's like a war room. It's a war room. There's a bunch of that magnets with names on them and stuff. Like, hold it.
Quiet.
Who's available out of whatever towns? Like who's available out of Randolph? Who's available out of Crofton? What bank? Who's available out? Well, Tony James is available from Crofton. Okay, we're going to take him. He can be a slot receiver, I think. And
can you imagine walking in there, Jake? Like if you're just doing some banking business,
what's going on?
What's going on over there? This draft,
the war room.
The draft.
Northeast Nebraska's Bankers Flag Football Football League. Shin Daddy's running.
And Shin Daddy, did he invent? No. Go ahead.
They play the music, the Goodell music.
They do.
That music they play. Can you do
I'll see if I can find
the Goodell music when he announces the next like that. And the third pick by Midwest Bank.
Take a while.
Don't worry.
Don't stress it. It's okay, Jake. But they'll play that, and then
Yeah, I know what song.
That song is. If we can find it,
Hey.
Jacob Pye can find it most likely.
And Shin Daddy, I don't think we've mentioned this recently. He did invent FDIC.
FDIC. So the reason you can put your money in the bank and not be like, hold it, where's my money at? FDIC protects it.
And I hear all these I heard a lot of commercials in Kansas radio, bank commercials, and they would say at the end, member FDIC.
Member
I thought it was
FDIC.
Shin
Daddy every time.
Shin Daddy must be very proud when he's driving through a state.
Any place, and you just hear like that everyone's a member. Think about that.
Yeah.
Member. Yes.
Member FDIC.
Yes.
Shindy.
Yes.
Shindy created
People
it.
are curious how it went for the Christmas in July yesterday at Midwest Bank.
It was a great
Did
day.
it go well?
So yesterday was Christmas in July. They had the
I missed
choir
that.
there. And the school choir
Choir
singing
sang for 7 hours.
caroling for 7 hours. Hot buttered rum.
How are their voices
Yes.
doing after 7 hours of
Hot
singing?
buttered rum.
Yes.
Wow.
You missed
Wow.
out. You missed out on that
Yeah.
one.
Whoa.
Pork chop was Santa Claus.
Really?
Yes. And so they
Pork chop.
pork chop was
Yeah, not
Santa Claus.
Shin Daddy, but Pork Chop was.
Yeah.
Pork chop.
Yes.
Oh
so
my
there's a lot
God.
going on up there in the big draft today.
Today a little bit more subdued. I mean, it's a serious moment. Do you have that song?
I cannot locate
Don't
it.
worry,
The
Jake.
computer is searching. It doesn't have it. So
100.
we'll try to find that for the future. We'll
We're
have it
good.
on the B bar over here.
B bar.
B bar. So thank you to Shin Daddy and Midwest Bank for always sponsoring hour 2 of Early Break. 464-5685. Call or text the show as always. I was curious with conference realignment as it is right now. Could we see a rotation of national champions in different conferences or more continued SEC dominance? Big Ten, of course, breaks through last year for the first time in 10 years since Ohio State in 2014 gets a title. Washington at the Pac-12, now in the Big Ten, was runners-up. Was that a one-year kind of thing, or do we expect more SEC domination going forward, even with all the movement in the conferences?
Have you heard about Ohio State?
I have.
Well, that's my answer.
They haven't won in 10 years.
Yeah,
the title. And they've been very good.
They're
those
favored
stretches.
by a lot of people. Favored. So they could, and Oregon's loaded. Yeah. I mean, it's not, rotation. I don't know about a rotation. Is it just going to go back and forth between the SEC and Big Ten?
I mean, what's the ratio now? About 8-2?
About that.
It's about the 8-2
About that.
ratio right now.
Yep.
I don't see that changing a lot.
Ooh,
Really?
you don't?
SEC domination.
I don't see that.
See, I do maybe swing it toward the Big Ten a little bit.
There's
6-4.
I'll go 7-3 until I
Happy
see
medium.
until I see some things happen. I'm going to go 7-3. Yes, and is Ohio State in it? Is Oregon in it? Absolutely. It's like Michigan was last year.
How about Penn State? Can I sell you Penn State? Coming up,
I don't know.
coming up from the back.
And the problem with, like I said, I think everyone would say if you swapped out anyone quarterback wise, Ohio State would be so overwhelming the favorite. But since they have a quarterback, it's either going to be a true freshman potentially, or the transfer from K-State, who was
Will Howard,
who was told by his coach, which was a not great job by him, to say, "Listen, we're going with Avery Johnson. You're no longer the starter here." So now he's going to potentially be the starter on the national championship team. I mean, and then also at that, just the fact that the person that has to be just beside themselves right now is Kyle McCord, because I think right now he would clearly be the starter at Ohio State. He was very popular with the team. He's very popular with the team. He did. I mean, he won it. He took them to 11 wins, and they're driving against Michigan in the last game, so it wasn't like they were just completely out of it.
No, he played pretty well in that game.
Yeah, played well in the big comeback against Notre Dame on the last drive. We had those.
Threw that ball in there.
Yeah.
Ryan
And so
Day was
anyway,
defiant.
yeah,
He was defiant.
Notre Dame only had 10 guys in the field.
Is that right? That's right.
Two straight plays. Only had 10 guys in the field.
Whoops.
Yeah, 10 guys in the field. Which that really hurts you in your run defense in the last play when they ran it. That always hurts you.
Yeah.
Being short of D lineman is always an
So
issue.
I can't sell you 6-4. The ratio SEC.
I'm not gonna. It's not like a hard pushback, but like I said, you've brought in a couple big logos. Also, you brought in Texas and Oklahoma.
I know.
And what I think is going to happen is I think it'll be very hard for the SEC not to always have one more in the college football playoffs than everyone else, and that just gives you
How
the
many
advantage.
are we talking?
It's the advantage.
Are we talking 4?
I think you're talking 4.
Like Rule said, the Big Ten needs 4.
Yes, he did.
Feinbaum reacted very well to
we
that.
played that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he said stay in your lane.
You know what, Bill? I'm not pushing back on it. I mean, I'm not because I think right now I'm not pushing back on what you're saying about the ratio staying maybe 8-2, 7-3, because I can't really go beyond go beyond Ohio State and Oregon right now. I just can't go beyond those as far as teams that could win. In the SEC, you can do that. You can go a little deeper than that, right?
Yeah, you can, now.
Georgia, Alabama, Texas, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss is
You wouldn't
loaded.
say for sure because they haven't done it.
No, but they won 11 last year.
They're loaded.
Yeah, they're loaded, Jake. They won 11.
If Ole Miss was in the Big Ten right now, the conversation would be big.
They would be, you know what? Let's do that. Would you slot them ahead of Penn State?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So they'd be third then.
Oh boy.
Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss.
I would too, by the way.
I would too.
Yeah. I can't push back. Ole Miss.
So it's going to be very, very intriguing but with what Jake was saying, the ACC in the Big 12 do have a lot better chance now because they get in.
They do.
And then they also get a bye.
They do, but
so the champion gets in and gets a bye. So that gives you a chance.
That's right.
That gives you a chance. Right
I
now,
just
you
can't do it right now with those.
You're in the final 8.
I mean,
is Clemson down forever for you? I mean, they're going to come back.
That's what you
right?
wonder. I don't know.
Florida State's obviously still good.
Yeah, they're still good, but they showed their colors a little bit. I mean, they don't get me started on that.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying that they had a great year.
Which was the championship program in that bowl game? Georgia, Florida State.
Georgia was.
Yeah, Florida State looked like an imposter to me. But boy, I said that the
Marty's
other day.
listening to
when
you.
I said
Marty's
that the other day.
yep.
No, on the air I said it, and boy, I got hammered by some FSU people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, didn't you pay attention? They didn't have their guys. I'm like, yeah, they didn't have their guys because they left nobody's forced them to leave. Don't get me started on that. Florida State,
But
Clemson.
Marty's listening.
Yeah, he doesn't. Marty, you know what he does? He just chooses not to talk about it with me. We're not going to talk about that subject.
He drives by Norvell every day. He waves at him. He lives in the same neighborhood. He drives by
same hood.
He drives by
You can
Norvell
see
every day.
Norvell's house from his house. Yeah, but
So all of a sudden it's like, look at that. Norvell's brushing his teeth. I can see right into his window. How about that?
For his morning jog over there.
Norvell's got the gate. He's got the gate that opens in his driveway. Very pretentious. But it's right around the corner. Anyway, no, I've lost faith. I've lost a little faith in them in Clemson. So what about the Big 12? Do you see a national title team in the Big 12, or do you just see a very good conference?
Well, right now I can't.
Right now you see a very good conference.
Yes.
You see a very, very good conference.
You don't see a national title team in that bunch. I mean, hell, Kansas could win that league, but I don't look at Kansas and go, yeah, they beat Georgia. No. Or they beat Ohio State. No.
Well, how far could a healthy Utah team
That's a
go
good question.
this year?
That's a good question.
Utah can easily win a game, get in as a champion, then still build to win a game because the whole reason that Utah has a chance, obviously they got two things. The number one, they have the best coach in college football, in my opinion.
Second best, yeah.
And
maybe third.
And unless you're just going off a win. So
yeah, you curve
if you inherited a program right now, if someone said, okay, you can take 20 years ago, what job you want, Georgia or Utah? Which one would probably
take Kirby?
Probably take Georgia. And I'm not down on Kirby. I think he's done an incredible job.
I'm not down on.
But the
on
other
your
thing
boy
that
either.
Utah has is mass. They've got mass. That's the reason they've always been able to jump. That's why they've been able to. When they went into the Pac-12, why could they compete? Because they had mass. That's the difference. They had it on O-line and D-line.
That's interesting.
That's the reason. It wasn't like,
They
well,
got
they
Cam
just,
Rising back.
Oh, they have
They
better
do.
skill guys. No, they have mass. That's when I went out and spent 4
Do
days.
they have
with
skill?
them. They have skill too. But when I went out and watched them, I was like, whew, there's some
Both
dudes.
sides?
Both sides. Both sides. Like, okay, there's
Will they hammer you?
There's the difference right there.
Do they put the hammer to you?
They put the hammer to it. Mass kicks ass.
Jake.
Yes, it does.
Jake, don't ever forget that, please.
Oh, it's important.
So no,
It's ingrained in the head.
So I think it's. I do. I think it's going to be always. I think they'll always probably have one more than everyone else. So
The SEC.
So it might be they only
Or
have
2 more.
3. Then maybe the Big Ten only has 2. I don't know that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I think they'll always have
it's not a
one
bad
more,
theory, yeah.
and so that gives them their better opportunities to be able to do that.
Mhm.
To be able to get it done. The big question is going to be is how the championship games now become so important because now it matters so much on who gets the bye. But then the question is, what if your record's the same and you're in the championship game and you lose? So let's say you're Penn State and you have the same
In the
record,
conference championship
game, and all of a sudden the conference champion in the conference championship game you lose. Now Penn State has a better record than you.
Mhm.
because of that loss,
Mhm.
and then it's going to be, and then so let's just say they get in, so the 3 teams get in.
Oh God!
Then all of a sudden it's like, well, they had a better advantage because they didn't play that game that week. So there's a little bit of that conversation comes up.
There's still
you don't want out of it though. If someone says, "Yeah, we just assume not playing the conference championship game." No, that's not the case.
Why do you want that conference championship?
Because if
game?
you win it, you got the
home field.
You got the bye.
Mhm.
And
Bye. Excuse me,
yeah,
bye.
and that's a huge
And home
deal.
field, right?
Yes, I believe that. Yeah,
The
that's
first
right.
game, I'm kind of drawing a blank on that. To be honest with you, right now.
Yeah. See, here's the
I
thing
know.
about college football. There's a lot of people that don't understand the mechanism, including 3 in this room who do sports every single day.
We need to look at that a little closer to the playoff
Should be bye
bracket.
week. Should be a home game from everything I know.
At any rate, I mean, what we're saying once again is that the SEC is the strongest conference. That's the bottom line.
Well, if you went through it, here's how I looked at this. It's kind of a bizarre way to look. And you said, okay, if you went down and just said, okay, look, if let's say Nebraska is playing anybody in the SEC besides take Vanderbilt out and anyone else, you'd be like, oh, well, every other team.
Every game's a
Oh,
scare.
we're playing Arkansas. Oh, hang on.
Yep.
We're playing South Carolina. Hang on.
Yep.
I mean, and those are the teams to be considered right now at the lower end.
Low.
Where if you're in the Big
Pittman's
10,
fighting for his job.
and they'd won 10 or 11 games a few years ago. They're in, and they have facilities. My point is, there's only one team.
There's one.
And in the
I bet Vandy don't look too bad coming out of the tunnel.
No, they won't look horrible.
Oh.
They will not look horrible. But that's the only team in the SEC where you kind of go, okay, you don't say that in the Big Ten.
Jake,
there's more teams.
If Mississippi State played in Lincoln, when they walk out of the tunnel, you're going, oh God.
And they're a bottom feeder this year, projected to be.
Yeah, but you would.
And you know where you're looking, Bill? Their lines.
Yeah.
If you look at Mississippi State's D line, I bet you look at. I don't even know anything about them, but I just know enough. I've watched college football for 40 years. I know when the SEC teams come, they got linemen.
All of a sudden, like I said, you're
Dudes.
here and you're going to go play at Mississippi State. You're going to go play at Ole Miss. You're going to go to South Carolina. We're going to play at Arkansas. You'd be like going, whoa, hang on. So that's where I say the conference is different. They're basically kind of batting about 15 out of 16.
I'm sorry to people. They don't like to hear this all the time. We beat that SEC over people's head. The SEC is best, and people don't like to hear it all the time, but it's the truth because of linemen. And it's not like they don't have other players. Justin Jefferson. I mean, one conversation we've never had with Bill. I mean, I listened to so much talk radio driving to Wichita, near-death experience. But they just mentioned Justin Jefferson's the best receiver in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It just hit me. Bill watched him every day,
and he was number 2 on his team behind Jamar Chase. Right? He was number 2 on his team.
He finished. So this is a classic.
Oh, come on.
So there's
you defended him every day.
There's a young man that works at I go to. It's on 84th and Old Cheney. There's a car wash there.
Okay.
Right there by there's a Shell station and a car wash right there. So I whip in there quite often. There's a young man that works there and he's incredible. I'm whipping in yesterday. He flags me down. Coach. I got to ask you, who's better, Jefferson or Jamar Chase? And I said,
awesome.
I go,
what'd you say?
I go, it's 49-51 and that changes every other day.
Okay.
I said, that's how
both that.
So swing.
Just swing. I said,
Where's Chase at?
I think if I remember right,
really good.
Where's he at in the NFL?
Bengals.
Just killing it.
He's crushing with the
But
Bengals.
Jefferson's regarded as the number 1 though in the NFL.
He is.
That's
right
what
now.
this commentator was saying.
So, but let me tell you a story about him. In general, I don't like wide receivers in one-on-ones because the one-on-one drills is more of an offensive drill. There's no pass rushers, no anything there. It's just they can do whatever. It's just a little bit different when it plays out. But anyway, those two guys would take all their reps. They would take bonus reps. They only went against the best. And then what happens a lot with the immature wide receiver, when all of a sudden there'd be there's no officials really there calling PI. And the immature ones, if there was like contact, the receiver would start doing this. Like this.
Doing what?
That like flag.
Call a flag.
Throwing a flag out of it's a whole imaginary flag.
Jefferson and Chase never did
did it.
No, they're like, no, we just play. Don't worry about it. We just play.
Dudes.
And that was
Jefferson.
Yeah. And
Jefferson.
so to be around
how are they different? How are they different?
Jamar was stronger and could hold people off more and probably maybe a little better in 50-50 balls.
Okay. But Jefferson
and Jefferson's a little bit more of a slot and he can move him around different spots. He could play inside
Smaller?
or outside. He's smaller and slight, big smiles, great to be around. I mean, I would literally just be like going, I would tell him all the time after practice how much I appreciate him. They would practice so hard. Zero, like, yeah, I don't practice on Tuesdays. Yeah, they do. They practice.
I'd be that guy for sure.
They practice as hard with the Colts. Took Tuesdays off. Incredible humans.
Jefferson.
Yeah, they were.
You saw him every day.
Every day.
Defended him every day.
They were must see at practice. Some of the catches you saw, I saw better ones. I saw things in practice. It was just the most remarkable thing. And just remember, the third receiver was Terrence Marshall.
Good God.
Who went in the second round. Good. Went in the second round. Then, yeah.
He's forgotten.
I think Jefferson, check this stat for me, Jake. I think he had 4 touchdown catches in the first half against Oklahoma in the semifinals.
I'll check that after the break. Yeah. I mean, come on. Nice try, Oklahoma.
And they were just, like I said, when you would, they
49 points at halftime. How's that sound? When we come back, Troy Dannon says, "Stop thinking about better times.
Oh,
look
stop
to the
it,
future."
Troy.
That's next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey, neighbor. Nate, there's a fully inflated hot air balloon in your backyard. I know. Isn't it great? But why? You can't keep it there. The homeowners association will go crazy. Oh, I'm not going to keep it up there. I'm going to fly it over the Nebraska football game on Saturday to get the best seat in the house. Nate, you don't have to do that. Just enter the Nebraska Lottery's Lotto America Ticket Snap promotion. Until August 5th, buy a Lotto America ticket with the All-Star bonus and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, an incredible football and volleyball weekend experience, or regular football season tickets. Well, that is a better way to get a great view. Yeah, one other question. Why is the balloon in the shape of a giant volleyball? You were going to fly over a football game. It's the only decent thing the rental place had left. It was either this, a hockey puck, a banana, or a giant poodle. Even I have my standards.
Lotto America top prize odds, 1 in 26 million.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See & Spray to target weeds in season in corn and soybeans and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try any of their delicious breakfast burritos or sandwiches for a great summer breakfast with the family. And don't forget, 10% of all Karma Latte sales go to the Pediatric Cancer Action Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 1-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
I'm
not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We talked about early bird for breakfast today, but if you are hungry for lunch, dinner, you got to, go grill. Score One Smoking's got the rubs and sauces for all the backyard barbecues the rest of the summer. Chris and the team out in Holdridge take care of you. ScoreOneSmoking.com for all your barbecue rubs and sauces, and also he caters in the Holdridge area. So check out ScoreOneSmoking.com today.
He finished first in chicken this weekend.
You're kidding me.
180 score. He finished number one out of 260 teams in chicken. Number
You gotta
one.
be kidding me.
I believe
bird.
brisket was about 7th. And so he was obviously a top 10 finisher. It's an unbelievable. He's number one in chicken.
In the country?
In the country right now. He's ranked number one, and he proved it this last weekend to be able to get it done.
Where was this at?
I want to say it was in Dodge City. I'm probably off on
Dodge
that.
City, Kansas? I think it was Dodge City. I saw it on Facebook. I think it was
Dodge City, Kansas.
You on
Of course,
Facebook?
and so when you get to Dodge, when you go down, it gets real. Imagine, hey, we're gonna do a smoke, a contest, and we're gonna do it, like in Fargo. I don't know. You go to Dodge City,
it's real.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Gunfights.
And there's gunfights. Yeah, exactly. That Dodge City was the town I stayed in when in a hotel. It was a motel I stayed at in the recruiting when I was at Northern Arizona, and it said, please do not clean your pheasants or ducks inside the hotel room. One of my favorite signs I've ever seen. And back then there was you had no camera on your phone to have that.
Oh, back then.
This is about
When was it?
About 96.
96. When did those come into? When did the cell phone come into play? 2000.
I think about 2000.
Was it about 2000?
Anyways, number one in chicken. Thank you, Chris. He's killing it.
Chris.
And guess what? You could be number one too, because guess what seasonings he used on his number one chicken?
What?
The stuff he sends to you.
ScoreOneSmoking.com. He'll send it to you nationwide, probably worldwide if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. Saw this from we were at Media Days, of course, last week, and Troy Dannon, Nebraska's AD, sat down with Andy Staples, who, by the way, was wearing some joggers. He had some interesting attire out there.
Who did?
Staples?
Andy Staples had like a flower on his lapel. Remember that? We saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, Big Swim was not a fan of that out there.
Yeah. Big
Swim's not here.
Swim's not here yet. But Andy Staples sat down with Nebraska AD Troy Dannon.
Okay.
And it felt like a kind of a shot at early break about better times.
Why is that?
I'll read the quote from Troy Dannon.
They're taking shots at us. We've been very supportive.
This is Troy Dannon to Andy Staples. He says, quote, "Sometimes we want to romanticize the past and quit worrying about the present and what happened. And 20 years from now, the romance of college athletics is going to be today. But what had to happen, the 5 national titles that Nebraska's won, where they were won under a different model, in a different environment, a different era. We're not chasing those 5 titles. We're chasing Michigan last year. We're chasing Ohio State. We're chasing Georgia. So what do you do to chase it? The world in college athletics is now evolved into X, NIL, and it's going to evolve into revenue sharing, end quote. He says, stop reminiscing in the past, basically.
So we no
Embrace
longer
the
can
now.
do better times. Breakers, are you okay with us doing
Troy Dannon says no more better times.
If we can
Embrace
do
the
no
now.
more better times, let us know.
Just a shot at early break.
No. No, it's.
I don't think so.
No,
But if we want, well, I'll stop. I'm done with it. I'm done with better times.
We're going back to time.
No,
Text in.
we're not done. We're not done with better
They want
times.
us to stop. Let us know.
We're not. Sorry, Troy. We're not done with better times. He's right. I mean, he's definitely right. That's who you're chasing. God, I'm glad he said it. That's who you're chasing.
Yeah, 100% accurate. With it's like okay, what are we trying to get to here? It's like you better look up. You better look way up here.
Oh, don't, Jake. We're gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
Come
aren't
on,
we?
just do it.
No, me and Jake used to go at it on this. We did because Jake. Now you weren't wrong, and I kind of came around on it. But Jake's big thing was we got to get Wisconsin. We got to get the division.
There's steps.
And then
There's steps
there's
here.
steps. And I'd be like, no, you're not chasing Wisconsin. You're chasing Georgia. You're chasing
Chip wants to go from here to
Alabama.
there.
You're chasing Georgia. I mean, I'm not chasing
I
Wisconsin.
don't think either one of you are wrong. You have to have your. But before it was always be like
I hate that mentality though. Let's win the division.
There's steps involved here.
I get
You
it.
want to skip all the steps.
But
Get
you
to the
have to.
good
But
part.
you better keep close tabs on what's going on at the top. You better keep close tabs on what's going on.
That's what my point was. You just want to get as good as Wisconsin? I mean, what do they? When did they win the national
in one
title?
season, and then you go from there?
Okay.
You just want to go from Vanderbilt to Georgia in 1 year.
But you do. You really want
That'd
to
be fun.
You really want to know what is going on
Andy.
up top. You want to know, hey, listen,
Yeah, that's who you're chasing.
what are we chasing? How do we get to
How
what's
do you get there?
what's the situation? What are we going to be able to get done?
Do you know how hard it is? But it wasn't easy for them. Georgia just didn't. Georgia was Nebraska for a long time. Not this Nebraska, but they were 9 wins, 8
10
wins,
wins,
10 wins for a long time. They weren't, then the best coach in America.
They were
then the best coach in America took them to the next level.
There was there's a couple jobs that were always viewed. Georgia was always, if you talk to anybody, what about the Georgia job? Where it's like, I like that because of the players that are in the state. And so just you just take a 500-mile radius, even not even that, probably more of a 300. It's wow.
Just Jake, do this sometime. I don't have to tell Bill. Just look at the ratings for Georgia, the player ratings, like go on 3 or 247 or whatever it is, and just start looking at like the 150th ranked player in Georgia.
They're still really, really good. Really, really good.
Just
It
turn
is
on some
deep.
film of the 150th player.
Now, when I would talk to,
He's pretty good.
Not pretty good.
He's the best player on our team.
Yeah.
Take him.
and then also, like I remember talking to like Jerry Godowski at Ohio U, and like, how did Frank? What's one of the things you guys did to get Ohio U up and going? It's like, well, we recruited a lot of rural Georgia.
Ooh.
So some of the best players in the MAC were where? From Georgia.
That's why
also.
we pay you to call on this show, Bill. Really, Frank went into rural Georgia.
Yeah, I went to rural Georgia. Like that. That's what Jerry.
That's where
told us.
Farley came from.
And so
I think it was rural.
Columbus, Georgia, right?
He went into rural Georgia.
Well, it's not that far. That's not
from Ohio.
From Ohio, that's not far. And you, like you said, you want to be able to just get involved, get to know the coach as well. You get a little bit of a connection. But everyone's in Georgia. There's like no one that doesn't recruit that state. It's like everybody recruits Texas, everybody recruits California. There's certain states.
Is Mississippi? Can you find some hidden gems in Mississippi?
There is. Absolutely. And the junior colleges were fun to follow, to be able to go through there. I went to several junior colleges in Mississippi that I enjoyed. I loved going to Mississippi. That was one of the places I loved going from school to school. Now, there's like so many of them like that, but it was impressive to be able to see.
Anyway, Dannon's not wrong. In fact, Jake, I appreciate what he said, obviously, because that's what I'm that way. Keep your eye on the big dogs. Don't settle for, let's just be as good as Iowa. All right. See what that
No
gets
one
you.
wants to be that long term, but 1 year, step up, acceptable to have that.
We used to go at it.
We have some response in the text line.
Text
here.
line,
You
I'd love
might-
to hear from.
Gorilla Bear says this: you need to do a better times ahead where Bill predicts the future now.
Better times.
Better times ahead. Yeah, future times.
Future
Bill
times.
predicts
Back to the future.
I like better times.
Yeah. So now we can't like 70s music either. Is that the next
Yeah,
thing?
what
Is
the
that the
heck?
next thing we're
Don't
stopping?
say that. No, I'm not
Scaper says, never stop better times. What's Troy's email? I'm emailing
Yeah,
right
email
now.
him.
Come
Email
on.
him. Why are you coming at the ticket?
Why are you going at early break?
Sounds like kind of a shot.
Took a shot at it.
LB Minden says, let's make T-shirts. Embrace better times. He says,
you
fight
don't-
back to Troy. He's fighting back.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. Better times is what I'm all about.
James says, this show will see worse times if you stop better times. Never.
Wow.
I think he's right.
All
I
right.
think he's accurate on that. But it is. There is a certain time, too, when you have to, like you said, you never do the, you just got to let it go. Let the past go. No, the past is so important. So important. So there's no letting go of the past.
Totally
and
agree.
Former players, whatever it is.
No.
No. But
That's your history.
But it is different. Just like the difference is when Nebraska won their championships with Devaney in the early 70s,
Mhm.
they're pro style. They're a pro style
team.
Zero option at that time. That didn't happen. And then after a while, and then when Coach Osmond took over, they were pro style. They were Ferragamo.
Mhm.
That was pro style.
And Tom was coaching the offense.
But
He was the OC.
Even when he took over as a head coach, they were pro style.
And then he evolved.
Then he evolved. He's like, you know what? This athletic quarterback right here is the thing.
Turner.
It started with Turner Gill.
Gill.
That's where everything started.
Jake, I wish you would have seen Turner.
I couldn't imagine him playing in these offenses now.
Oh.
That first team All-American.
Oh, he was beautiful.
Yeah. But anyway,
I mean, he was the smoothest. Like, if you say who's the best quarterback, I'm not saying Turner Gill. But if you say who's the smoothest, I'm saying Turner Gill.
He was unbelievable.
Smooth.
But so he made a change. He made a change in philosophy, made a change in
Tom did.
And then also what was brilliant about at Nebraska is that the type of offense that they ran, they kept the defense off the field a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They used clock, they huddled. But now at the same time, Coach Osborne, which is interesting to talk about, they weren't slow. I remember conversations he had about trying to run more plays because he knew he was wearing the other team down with physicality. Where sometimes now it's like, hey, we're going to go fast. We're going to wear him down with tempo.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to run more to wear him down with physicality. Like if we can
and physicality.
If we can beat on him, there's a difference. It's like, hey, we're going to go somewhat brisk here because we want to run more plays. Because in the fourth quarter, the number of times it's like the boxing thing.
Tell me I'm wrong, Bill. I think Ohio
You're
State.
wrong.
No, tell me I'm wrong. I think Ohio State might be doing this.
Yeah,
I think Chip Kelly's that's what he's going to do.
Well, Chip Kelly, so everyone knows. So he was a tempo guy in offense, and there was like, man, high flying offense, right?
Yeah.
You know what Chip Kelly wants to do?
We'll run the hell.
He wants to run the ball. He wants to do it. He wants to do it out of the. It's like out of the gun, but he wants to run the football. There'll be times when both those backs will be in the game.
Great,
and their receivers.
That'll be fun.
And so he wants to run the football. So when you're watching their numbers, it'll be different. And so also, which gives them a chance with that for a Will Howard to be successful.
Oh, 100.
They're not putting it on him going like, hey, you need to be Dylan Gabriel. No, you don't.
There'll be guys running open because they got to commit to the run.
Yeah.
They're going to be a bear.
Just remember
Ibuka, wide open.
The past two head coaches there.
Stover's still there.
He is. I'm pretty sure he's there.
At tight end. Yeah. All I know is the past two head coaches there who both won national championships at Ohio State says the best talent they've ever seen in the building. They've never seen anything like it, and it's true. I mean, like when you
they're
just go,
scary.
Yes. The Texans. We're on
I didn't think so.
I've said it before though
they
too.
They have a good tight end.
Jake, I've said it before too. On
that's our bad.
Yeah,
that's our bad.
No, they're still good at tight end.
Okay,
but better times. Talking about Tom and what he did. Better times.
Better times. Yes, I remember I was in the conversation in the room because my first semester of being a GA, I was with Frank and the running backs. So and he talked to the offense about how we're going to run. How do we run more plays?
Mm-hmm.
How do we quicken this up? Because our physicality more. So if they were snapping the ball 60 times defensively, it's like, okay, it's hard to defend it, but 60. What if we start snapping at 75 in those last 15 after you've just been getting bludgeoned? But his to get the athletic quarterback in was where it all changed.
Mm-hmm.
And he also did a very big change with camps being a recruiting tool.
Yep.
Where before it was more of just a camp.
Yeah,
come to camp, kids.
Yeah.
Try it out. See what you think.
Then he went to recruiting.
Then it went to more of a recruiting base out of it.
I love talking. I just love that we're talking about Turner Gill.
Hold it. When would that have been?
Better times.
Better times.
Take that, Troy.
From Fort Worth, Jake. They went and pulled him from Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Well,
got him from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Got him from Oklahoma.
We talked about running the football. Today's topic in the game show is top college running backs of this season ahead.
Oh, I won't be very.
If you think you know
come
this
on, I
year's
won't be.
top college running backs, call us right now, 464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Trivia and Bill. This is second last game. Tomorrow, your last game of the current season. We reset on Thursday, August 1st. We decided that's the new season for you.
Okay.
The record is well above 500.
That's a
107 and 85.
We're 22 games over.
That's a very good season you had there. You're the
Thanks,
one seed in the playoffs.
All right, yeah, we've done well. I think we've focused a little bit better in the last year or so, and we'll continue that focus.
And we haven't mailed it in on Friday.
No.
It's
That's
always, Bill, it's always dangerous when you start over because you could start with a losing.
Yeah, also you done like down
0-11.
0-20 or something.
You don't want that. We got
It's
Adam on the line.
embarrassing.
Adam, how do you feel today about college running backs of this upcoming season?
I don't feel really good at all, guys. My little guy, Isaac, 6 years old in the backseat, we're running him out to camp.
Okay.
He might be more effective than I will be.
Run him
I
out
don't
to
feel good about it
camp.
at all.
I like that.
Going to camp right
This
now.
is Adam.
This is Adam with us. Adam, not your brother, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
All right, Adam. Bill's a lifeline for SIP for one question. As always, Adam, first question to you. What team does running back O'Marion Hampton play for?
Oh. I do remember the name O'Marion.
This guy's seen as a top 5 running back in the country by almost every outlet.
No, let's just stop with the pants.
5 seconds. 5, 4.
Is it? I think it might be North Carolina.
That is correct. Mac Brown and
Oh,
North
wow.
Carolina 1-0 lead.
Okay, got it.
For
That was
Adam.
Total stab.
Good job, Adam.
Sip, first question for you. What team does running back Devin Neal play for?
Ooh, I know this one.
Yeah.
He plays for Lance. Lance. KU.
There you go.
Kansas. Not Lance U.
Lance University.
Devin,
Yeah,
yes.
Devin Neal.
He's a good one.
I would have got that one.
Back to you, Adam, for the lead. What team does running back Nicholas Singleton play for?
Got it. Yeah, should have that.
Oh,
We got this one, Adam, so you need it.
I need it really bad. 5.
I know this one too. It's the pressure of being on here.
It is pressure.
I
5.
got it.
There's a lot of pressure.
4.
I mean, the pressure is incredible.
3. Mounting. 2.
Penn State, I think.
What'd
He
you
plays
say?
for Penn State.
Penn State. That is correct. Brilliant. 2-1 lead.
They got like a two-headed monster.
They do.
Yeah.
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 Katron Allen, I want to say his name. Yeah.
Good job,
Right
Jake.
behind him.
You are really good at pulling names.
For the tie.
Jake's better than us in everything. He really
definitely better at pulling
Yes.
names and running the board
And running the board,
selling
and selling advertising,
And here's your first.
Yeah, right here, always first one here. And
Hey, Bill,
more athletic.
Pull things together. You're more athletic. Play
Yeah.
tennis.
Bill's in play here for the tie. What team does running back DJ Giddens play for?
Should know that. Is this for us?
Yep. This is
DJ
seen as a
Giddens.
top,
Come on.
top
on
10
you.
running back.
Come
for
on.
you.
A couple outlets. Seen as a top 10 running back this season.
Come on,
Say
Bill.
the name again.
DJ Giddens.
I don't know it.
Just
I'm not
take
going
a
to
shot.
pretend like I do.
Take a shot.
Never heard of him.
Texas.
He is at Kansas State. Kansas State DJ.
Now when you say
Giddens.
it, now I see it. I see it now.
Yeah,
but I
I don't
wouldn't have
even.
got it.
I can't even say that.
Yeah.
Seen as a top 10 back this upcoming season. So, Adam, congrats with your Bengals. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road.
Thanks.
Well,
I recognize the name on that one, but I would not have gotten that one either. One
thank
thing for
you.
you real quick. Little Ike Man has something to say to y'all.
Okay.
Get up, Simple.
There it was.
Good job.
Thank you,
Thank
Ike.
Ike man.
Thank you, Ike Man.
Ike man.
Ike Man. Isaac.
I like that. Ike man. Go have a good camp. Do good. Listen. Look in your instructor's eyes when they talk to you.
Used to go to camp. Used to be better times. Not anymore.
Nope.
Well, better times are over.
Apparently so.
Isaac, go have a good camp. This was fun. That was a good show.
The tiebreaker for you is how many Division I players rushed for 1,000 plus yards in 2023?
Okay, Division I.
Yep.
How many rushed for? So this isn't returning.
No,
this is
of
total.
last year. How many players rushed for 1,000 plus yards?
123 teams, Bill. 123.
26.
Over under 26.
Oh, good number. 1,000-yard rushers. God, 26 strikes me as a really good number. I'm gonna go over
45. Actually,
Really?
45 players
That
were
shocks
over
me.
1,000 yards last year in college football.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. It was a good show. It's good to be back with you.
And today you've got media stuff, 10 to noon.
Media stuff.
Will you be reporting in? You're going to see Keith Mann.
I will see Keith Mann.
Let us know how tan he looks.
Yeah, Keith looked regal in Indianapolis, wouldn't you say? He was wearing a sports
tan,
coat
regal. Yep, looked
with
good.
a tie.
He was sharp.
With a tie. Yeah,
Wow.
he
looked
looked
sharp.
like an attorney.
He looked sharp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, so I'm not going to do the spillover.
Will you see,
That's fine.
will you
You'll be
see
okay.
Dennis LeBlanc?
I probably won't see LeBlanc
If
today.
you do, keep your
do.
drink away from him. Don't spill on him.
Yeah, just tell him hi.
Okay.
Tell him we
If I
appreciate
see
him getting those contracts done when he was in charge.
Yeah, he got a lot done.
Lot done.
He did.
5
He was
days.
making a push for that job.
5 days. Did an incredible job.
Dennis is the man. The spillover is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See & Spray to target weeds in season in corn and soybeans and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover with Raph and AD, sponsored by our friends at Computer Hardware. 70 to know Go see Trip and the team for all your Apple product needs, computers, watches, phones, and more. Computer Hardware in Lincoln. Gentlemen, how are we today? Good to see you.
Good morning. Good morning, my man. Good morning.
Young Ben, is a Dolphins fan like myself, and he says, why have you not addressed the Tua contract on the air yet in the last couple of days? I just haven't got to it. But he got paid. Jordan Love got paid. Dak will soon get paid by the Cowboys.
Will he?
I think so. He's going to get.
We just talked about it yesterday. I was asking.
You don't think he's going to get paid?
I don't know.
What's going to happen? Going to hold out the whole season or what?
He had a birthday yesterday.
Well, happy birthday, Dak.
So, did you hear my trivia question yesterday? You probably already seen it.
What was it, Raph?
All right. So, Tua is $53 million annually now.
That's right.
I think it comes up to
for 4 years. Yeah.
How much did Dan Marino make his entire
I think
career?
he made 51, right? His whole year. I
Yeah.
saw that yesterday from Adam Schefter.
That is so wild.
Think
to
about
me.
that for a second. And I was telling Bill and Sip on the airwaves that I saw a video of Tua at practice the other day. He was, he took the microphone and his contract was signed. He says, "Show me the money." I said, "Dude, that is a bad look, my friend. I'm happy for you, but dude, like, you got guys out here that are trying to make this team that aren't even making money. You got other guys that are making nowhere near what you're making, and you think that's just going to be celebrated by the fans and the players?" That was a very odd
that's
look.
what he did.
He did, and Sip's like, he's right. Tua is an awkward person. He is. He's a different cat. When he talks to the media, like he's a different dude.
Is he like corny, like Russell Wilson corny?
And he doesn't try to be like that. He's not doing "let's ride" crap. He's not doing that. But
Just a
I
different
thought
dude.
I thought the "show me the money" thing was very repulsive. As a fan of the team, I can't imagine.
I didn't see
As a
that.
non-fan,
Yeah,
they probably say the same thing. I'm a fan. I'm like, dude, what is that?
So, do you think
Just go
better
play
back-
some ball.
He better back
go
it up
play
after
some
that,
ball, my
'cause that
friend.
clip will haunt him all year long.
Rest of his life.
Yeah.
So the teams, this year they have the option to wear the Guardian cap. Do you think he'd probably have to be one of them that has to wear the Guardian cap, I would think.
I am not positive on that.
I'd be interested to see how many players.
And if it's mandatory or not.
Well, they have the option. So
I know they have the option, but I'm wondering if, like we were talking, if it comes to the point where they have X amount of concussions, they're going to be required to wear it. I wonder.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Because the big thing with the NFL is their whole marketing and stuff. And those Guardian caps, you really can't see the logos that clearly. And it'll be interesting how it all plays out.
That will be.
Obviously, I'm very supportive of Tua and want him to be very successful for my own interest as a fan of the team. But I'm like, hey, with that, you're getting a lot of money. This team has not won a playoff game in 24 years. They have been the last 2 years, and they have lost. You had better get a playoff win.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've got to, with him, you've also got to get home playoff games. Because
you got to play at home.
I just
don't choke in December.
He's not impressed me throwing in the cold and in the wind, so they need home field advantage all the way through, and a Super Bowl with a great climate. Only chance Dolphins.
The Dolphins cannot go on the road to Buffalo. They can't go to Cincinnati. They can't go to Cleveland. They can't go to KC in the winter and win.
They can't leave the South.
Let's go play at Jacksonville for a playoff game.
Jacksonville, Texans, or something like that.
In a dome.
Yeah, or the dome.
Let's play the Colts in the dome.
If he goes up to Cincy or Miami or Buffalo, not Miami, but Buffalo,
the Jets.
Yeah, Minnesota would be inside. So, but Green Bay, they would be. It's got to be somewhere warmer indoors.
So people have asked me my thoughts. Like Tua, I'm not sold on him still. I think he's he's not a bad quarterback, but I don't know if he has the it factor to do it in the playoffs. And he hasn't stayed healthy. Last year he did stay healthy. That was the first time.
Yeah.
I see he's thinned down again a little bit. He got big last year, and I didn't really run his longest run last year was 9 yards.
Let me ask you
9
this.
yards.
Let me ask you this though, Jake. Some of those sacks, you also have to put some of that burden on the offensive line?
Sure.
Because I think, now granted, Tua, even when he is protected at times, he'll make some throws that makes you scratch your head at times. So I think some of that goes to offensive line too. Like, hey, you got to protect this guy. You know what I'm saying? But however, I haven't seen this. I'm going to have to pull it up and take a peek. If it's as egregious as you guys saying it is, man, they better win a playoff game at least.
I would tell you to, on Twitter, just type in Tua, show me the money. It'll pop up. It was from Dolphins training camp. He came off the field, took the mic, embraced the fans. He was trying to talk to the fans. You could say, hey, good. You could have said, thanks for being here. Let's have a season. Instead, he says the Jerry Maguire, show me the money. And the Ron Tidwell,
like you said, just simply say, hey, glad it's done. Let's go to work. That's it.
It's just a little awkward dude. But I hope that he stays healthy. I hope I can celebrate a playoff win. I'm not saying even Super Bowl ref. I'm saying a win.
A win. Just
give me to the second round. Let me have a chance in the dance here.
I just want to go back to the playoffs again. Broncos in Nebraska.
It's not going to happen this year for you, right?
Broncos in Nebraska are like
just hand in
tied
hand
together. Yeah.
Except for that 2015 Super Bowl. That was not a good year for the Huskers.
Yeah.
6-7 bowl win that year.
Yeah. So, I think going back to the Cowboys, I'm not sure with Dak what they do with him, because they've got Parsons, they got to resign. CeeDee Lamb, they've got to resign. I could see them almost, gosh, I hate to say it, but I could see them not doing as well this year and saying, hey, we're going to give Trey Lance a shot.
That would be a bad idea.
I'm not, and Pete, love you, but like I said, I don't despise the Cowboys as some of their fans at times. They just get on my nerves. But I like Dak Prescott. But I was telling this, Raph and Nick this yesterday. I think Dak takes a lot of heat. The dude's all shows up, takes care of his business, and playoff games. It ain't just all on Dak, man. The defense got blew out last year by what, 50-something points?
The Packers put it on him last year.
So but all the brunt goes to Dak. I get that when you're the quarterback.
Had a bad pick 6 in that game.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Not 6 of them for them to score 40-something points.
Right. Yeah.
I've always felt Dak has got somewhat of a raw deal. Now, granted, as the QB, you got to expect it. It's part of it.
Especially of the Cowboys.
Yes, it's falling on your shoulders. But all of this egg thrown on Dak lately, and I could care less what the Cowboys do, But I just thought it was just it's not comical. It just makes me scratch my head. It's like, it's more than Dak. You got to start looking upstairs in your front offices more than you're looking at Dak. But I'm not so sold that Dak will get the big contract, y'all. I'm just not.
I kind of
just not.
I kind of look like Dak as the Kirk Cousins, where there's givens. He's going to throw up 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Hurt you in the clutch, so.
But then not get that playoff.
Not get the playoff.
Yeah, he's got to find a way to get over that hump.
We shall see what happens with Dak. That's it for us. The Drive with Raph, AD, and Amon Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
I thought
Without
he just
a strong
casually said,
IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and